What is good, Philly Take Nation, Sixer Nation? What is up, and welcome on in. Hope you are doing well. Hope you have your caffeine. Hope you are ready to lock in. Because I'll be honest, man, if you're up here right now, you're a psycho like myself. Best community in the world, man. Listen, Sixers have played 68 games this season, 14 to go. And we have arrived for our second West Coast trip of the season. This time it's only three games, instead of 5. But we're back in Denver. And we'll talk about it all, man. But the 76ers, in crucial games, in crucial moments, still trying to find a way down everybody. And they are a heavy underdog in Mile High against the 41-27 Denver Nuggets. Can the Sixers find a way to pull off the impossible the way that the Denver Nuggets did earlier this season? Pains me to say, against the Philadelphia 76ers. We will break it all down and more coming up here right on the show. That's all we got to open this one off, man. That's all we got to start this one off. Now, I'm going to start it off on a positive note. Yes, whether you believe it or not, I am. I know there's not been a lot of positivity recently with these shows, watching this team. However, two quick things I want to say as we enter this, as we start off this show and we get into the intro. Number one, I know many of you were not here on Sunday night. However, 76ers played well. They played as a team. They brought energy. They won both games of this past weekend, and no, it was not pretty against the Brooklyn Nets. They collapsed a 28-point lead, but they played pretty damn well on Sunday night. So that's point number one I want to make. Point number two is that anything can happen. And unfortunately, we're going to reference back to the game. When was it? December, if I had to guess? I don't even know. This season has been so crazy for me, like the different phases of this season. But we're already in March, in the middle of March. I can't believe it. Happy St. Patrick's Day, by the way. We're here at 10 p.m. on Eastern time. Let me clarify that. 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on St. Patrick's Day on a holiday here in the U.S., watching the 76ers without everybody. So first off, if you are in this show right now, just give yourself a little pat on the back. I don't need to see it. I don't need to know it. Give yourself a pat on the back because you are an absolute psycho like myself. But when the Sixers played the Denver Nuggets this season, I think every player for the Denver Nuggets was out. I think they had 7 or 8 players, and they beat the 76ers full lineup. So we have seen that it is possible. And a couple years ago, the Sixers were in a similar situation to tonight, playing down everybody. B-Ball Paul, shout out to my guy, had a big game in Denver. Pat Bev and those guys. So it is possible. That's my positive spin for the night. All right, let's kick this one off, man. Like I said, and also it's a late night, right? So I'm going to need the energy in the chat. I'm going to need you guys to keep us all going because I'm going to need that, especially for these next 3 games. It's already tough enough to stay up for these games, but also watching this team down everybody it makes it even harder. So anyway, with all that being said, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, welcome into the show. Philly Take with RB, Sixers Game Day Live, or as we call it during the West Coast trip, Sixers Nighttime Live, presented by our friends at National University, and we are powered by the Prize Picks app. We have the 37-31 Philadelphia 76ers, winners of 2 straight, taking on the 41-27 Denver Nuggets, who have cooled off a bit recently. They are now tied for the 5th seed in the West. Sixers are the 9 seed. They're tied with the Hawks, but the Hawks own the tiebreaker. So we'll get into all that, man. But this is the number 1 Sixers Game Day Live show. We give you pregame, live game, and postgame shows, all condensed into one 4-hour live stream. We give you our stable play-by-play reactions, our analysis as it all goes down, and we read out your comments as well. And we really give the voice to the fans, man. It's a part of our great community here. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button down below. Hit the subscribe button. Join in on the family. Believe it or not, the playoffs are right around the corner. Even if you're not a Philly fan and the Sixers don't make it far in the playoffs, we have a big playoff streaming schedule coming up. A lot of big content things on the way. We're posting a lot of additional NBA content over on IG, TikTok, Facebook, and all those. So make sure you go follow those platforms as well. All of the links will come through on the link tree. And last but not least, shout out to the channel members. Thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for being a part of this community and helping support the dream here, man. Appreciate you. All right. As I said last game, instead of doing like our typical pregame show, I mean, this is our pregame live show, right? So I want to give you some insight on this game, but it's a new segment that I like to call Who the Heck is Playing for the 76ers Tonight? And by the way, again, guys, get those likes up. We got to be really careful with the air horn tonight. You know, we got to be very selective. So I'm only hitting the air horn if we get to 100 likes. And this is a night where the neighbors could realistically call the popo. So you know what to do. Get us to 100 likes, and let's keep it going. All right, man. Who the heck is playing for the 76ers tonight? So let's take a look at the final injury report. We'll start off with Denver. Peyton Watson is out with a right hamstring strain, thankfully. And I can't believe I'm saying that. Obviously, I don't want to root for injury. But Peyton Watson was the guy earlier this season when the Sixers were at home against the Nuggets. Here it was back in... What day was this played? This was played on January 5th, so right after the new year. Nuggets won in overtime, 125-124. 76ers had every starter on the floor. Maxey, Embiid, Paul George, VJ, and Barlow. And the Nuggets were led by Peyton Watson with 24, Jalen Pickett with 29. Just like I said about Tamani Kamara last game, I would guess, I have not looked to specify this, but I would assume that Jalen Pickett has not scored 29 points in a game since that game on January 5th. Let me know if I'm wrong. But Jalen Pickett, 29, Peyton Watson, 24, and Zeke Naji with 21 off the bench. So no Peyton Watson tonight for the Nuggets. Other than that, they are primarily healthy, and big stretch coming up for the Denver Nuggets at the end of the season. For the 76ers, Joel Embiid remains out with a right oblique strain. We did get an update tonight from Tony Jones on Twitter. He said that Embiid went through shoot-around today, so it seems like he's starting to get integrated a little bit, but no report again. This is what the 76ers do. You know, they tell us, hey, a guy's going to be reevaluated. Then we get to the time when they're supposed to be reevaluated, and they don't give us any update at all. So we're in no man's land again in the toughest part of the season. I will say for the Sixers to win 3 out of 5 games last week, despite how ugly it looked, is a big win in my opinion. But you got backups trying to keep the team afloat, and now the schedule is about to get a little tougher. I mean, the next 2 games are the Kings and Jazz, but after that, you got OKC, you got Chicago, Charlotte, Miami, teams that could really impact the standings. So we'll see. Joel Embiid out with a right oblique strain. Paul George has 4 games left on his suspension. Tyrese Maxey out with the right finger tendon pinky injury, reevaluated in a couple weeks. Kelly Oubre reevaluated in a couple weeks with an elbow sprain. Dalen Terry was questionable. He is available. And Jabari Walker is going to miss his 3rd straight game with an illness. I don't understand the Jabari Walker thing. I'll be completely honest with you. I mean, what does he have? Is he okay? 3 straight games with an illness? I don't know what the heck's going on with the Sixers, but keep Jabari Walker away from everybody else. We do not want anybody else getting sick on this team. So with that being said, I'm assuming it will be the same starting lineup as last game. Quentin Grimes, VJ Edgecombe, Justin Edwards, Dominic Barlow, and I guess Adem Bona, unless he wants to go with Drummond tonight against Jokic. In terms of the Denver Nuggets, last time the Sixers saw them, they were, I think, the 2nd seed. They were the number 1 offense. They still are the number 1 offense, averaging 120.7 points per game. They also have the number 1 offensive rating in the NBA. So they are a juggernaut offensively, and we'll talk about why in a second. However, they have fallen all the way down to the 22nd defensive rating in the league. So Denver's defense has taken a real hit. Probably a couple different reasons for that based on the personnel. But offensively, this team is humming. And for the 76ers, who sit right in the middle of the pack, 16th defensively in defensive rating, not good. Not good at all. One quick thing I want to get out of the way, which I do not want to talk about this for the rest of the night, okay? A lot of, I don't even know the word to categorize it, but a lot of stuff out there from the Denver media. Again, Joel Embiid's ducking Denver. Joel Embiid doesn't want to play in Denver, hasn't played in there since 2019. That is a true fact. However, Joel Embiid has been hurt every time the Sixers go to Denver. That is more of an indictment on Joel's health than anything. He cannot stay healthy. If you are a Denver media member or a Denver fan, or you're going to try to push some stupid agenda, cut it. Get out. Joel Embiid is not ducking Nikola Jokic. This is the same crap that got him hurt a couple years ago because he tried to, play through it against Denver, and then he tried to play through it against Golden State. He got hurt. So let's leave the nonsense out of it, and let's not stoop down to that level, okay? Other than that, Nikola Jokic, all right, and look, there was a battle for many years. Nikola Jokic, I mean, there's nothing to say, right? He's a beast. I don't think I've ever had a problem with Jokic. I think I had a problem more with the Nuggets fans and the conversation than anything, and the Nuggets media. They're both amazing players. Jokic has been able to stay healthy. He's really worked on his body. Credit to him. He is first in the NBA in assists with 10.5 a game. He's first in the NBA with 12.7 boards per game. He leads all centers in almost everything. He is 5th in the league in points. He's making a real MVP case. Do I think he's going to win it? No. I think SGA will probably win it again. But Jokic is a beast, man. There's nothing I can say about him. Credit to him. 3 MVPs. I think Joel should have 2 of them. Not going to get into that tonight as well. In addition to Jokic, like I said, they just have a crazy offense. Jamal Murray. Actually, you know what? Let's pull up their stats. I haven't even looked at the other guys. Like, prepping for these games now is kind of just like hope and pray. You know what I mean? Cam Johnson, I thought, would make a bigger impact than he has so far. He's only averaging 11.5 per game. What is he shooting? He's shooting 41% from 3, which is okay. But Aaron Gordon coming back has been huge for the Nuggets. I've always been a big fan of Aaron Gordon and his complement as a power forward. It's really what I've wanted to see from the Sixers for a while. And the Jokic-Murray combo is just really good. 2-man game. They can both handle the rock. So that's pretty much what it is. And, they got the role players, right? The Christian Browns. They have the Bruce Browns and the Julian Strothers and like all these dudes. Other than that, man, what do I think the Sixers need to do? I mean, this is a good team tonight, right? So they need to defend that pick and roll. They need to get some really good second chance opportunities, especially last game. Andre Drummond had 17 rebounds off the bench. The problem is that we don't know which Andre Drummond we're going to get. The guy hasn't played for like 4 games. He comes back and he comes off the bench, plays 35 minutes. I thought Nick Nurse did a great job adjusting last game, keeping Drummond in down the stretch, and he was a monster. And the Sixers won the rebounds against Klingon and Williams, which was really not that hard. Which was really hard to do, in my opinion. What else? Quentin Grimes, I got to give him credit, as you probably saw. He's been hooping the last couple games. Quentin Grimes averaging 29.5 over the last couple. His last 7 games, he's averaging like 23 or 25 a game. He's been a lot more aggressive. He hasn't been turning the ball over as much. I wanted to see more of that from VJ, but late in the game, the last 2 games, Grimes has dropped 15 and 14 respectively. Grimes has been the go-to guy. I'm really happy to see it. Do I think it can continue? I don't know. Last thing I'll say is, if you didn't watch my video yesterday that I put up, like I said, make sure you turn on notifications. We drop videos on the off days. And I know you may not want to watch a lot of Sixers stuff right now because they're pretty in like no man's land, but I dropped a really good video yesterday with some film study breaking down Justin Edwards. And I think I'm confident enough to say at this point that Justin Edwards is another young piece that the Sixers cannot let get away. He's had his moments where he's looked terrible, not confident. He's out there just like doing whatever. But I think the last couple games we've seen a more confident Edwards. I love that he's starting. I love his 2-way ability. He's been a great spot-up shooter for this team. And I think given more opportunity, Justin Edwards, not saying he's a level of Jared McCain or one of these guys, but if the Sixers continue to yank the leash and don't give him more opportunity, I think he's going to go elsewhere and be a good player. I like Justin Edwards. I like that he's playing more. Give him more opportunity. You know, run some sets for him, run some dribble handoffs, get him open. He's been really good in that mid-range area as well. He's been very decisive. I like Justin Edwards a lot. And I don't want to see the same thing happen with another young player. So again, if you want to check out my full breakdown on that, go watch the video I dropped yesterday. Other than that, man, we got to hope and pray. Sixers are a 16-point underdog tonight, though I think they're going to win. Well, we'll get to our predictions on the other side here, but I want to know from you, and let me know in the chat how you're feeling, what you're thinking. 3-game week this week after a congested 5-game week. The Sixers play the Nuggets tonight. Then they'll stay out west, play the Kings on Thursday. And then they'll play the Utah Jazz, who are down everybody, on Saturday. Then they come home for OKC, Chicago, and Charlotte next week. All right. 120 people in the chat right now. Thank you so much for being here. Up late night with your boy RB. It is late. Let me know how you're feeling. And yeah, man, hit that thumbs up. We're at 49 likes. Get us to 100. We need all the energy in the chat tonight. I'm going to do my best to keep it going. Hopefully the Sixers don't start getting blown out by 50, and then we just kind of got to sit through it, you know, but we'll see. We'll see. All right, man. It is about that time. It is about that time. We will talk more about the NBA tonight and everything else we're seeing. But yeah, give me some predictions in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. We will shout you guys out in a second. We will read your comments. Give me some final score predictions. I need 4 predictions from you. Number 1, final score prediction. Number 2, who's going to get the W tonight? Number 3, who is going to lead the game in points? And number 4, how many points will they have? So once again, final score prediction, who gets the W, who leads the game in points, and how many points will they have? All right, I will get to all of your predictions here in a second, and I will give you mine on the other side. But first, we got to give a shout out to our great partners of the show over at Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the week. The playoff push is heating up, but tournament hoops are here. March Madness is about to arrive. Can't wait to make my bracket, and there's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Every bucket, every dime, every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. They have a brand new teams picks markets as well, where you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals, all on top of the player picks you already know. Cash in right now if you're doing all the clutch buckets, the slam dunks, the Cinderella moments this spring with team picks on Prize Picks. I love team picks, man. It's made the watching experience a lot more fun. And it's, you know, an addition on top of the player picks as well. You can root for your team. You can cash in if you make the right picks. Your group chat will be blowing up over some of your latest picks, man. For example, I've had some buddies that are on Prize Picks right now, and unfortunately, some of them are Sixers fans. And they can either pick the Sixers if they want, or they know the Sixers are coming out here with backups every game in a game like tonight. So they can go in and they can pick the opposing team to get the W on the team picks markets. With team picks, you can also pick who will win the league overall, the MVP, and other awards as well. It's another way to pick the sports you love, all on Prize Picks. Team picks are available in 35 states, including California, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Once again, use code CLNS. Get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. Shout out to them. It is good to be right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, will we be right tonight? As bad as I want to pick the Sixers to upset the Nuggets just to get revenge, I can't force myself to do it. I think Jokic is going to drop a massive triple-double tonight, and I think the Nuggets media and personnel and all them will like run with it. Like, oh my gosh, Nikola Jokic dropped a crazy triple-double. Even though the Nuggets are 5-5 in their last 10, kind of slipping a little bit, I just don't see a way that Drummond or Bona are going to stop Jokic. I hope I'm wrong. Hope the Sixers come out of nowhere as a heavy underdog and win the game, but I just cannot see it happening. So with that being said, I'm going to take the high-powered Nuggets offense, and I think the Nuggets win it 128 to 109. I'm going to say 128 to 109. Sixers catch up a bit in garbage time. But I'm going to say the Nuggets come away with a 19-point win, and I think Jokic will lead the game with 33 points. So, yeah, taking Jokic, 33. Nuggets win it by 19, 129, 108. I'm sorry, 128 to 109. Yeah, 128, 109. Give me your guys' predictions in the chat. Let's go. Let's see who we got up in the chat tonight. Let's see. BLSG channel member Fire Takeout 121, 105 Nuggets. Jokic leads with 34-point triple-double. Dang. Very close to my prediction, man. Busy B, what's going on? Fire Takeout 123, 103 Nuggets. Jamal with 34. Let's see. Who else we got up in here? Dave says Denver 124, 99. Jokic with 24. Beer Batter Gummy channel member says all I want is a VJ Confident 25, 5, 5, and 5. John Monroe reverse jinxes Nuggets 135, 122. Grimes with 27. Trying the reverse jinx tonight. Go Birds is 124, 110 Nuggets tonight. Let's see. Estelle says roll call in the chat. What's going on? Estelle in the chat. Dom says Nuggets win 117, 114. Closer than we think game. Grimes leading with 30. 117-94 Nuggets. Jokic 35-point triple-double. Dom says Jokic 25, 13, 11 game. Estelle says Nuggets 126, 114. 129, 115 says George. Sixers get a win. Let's see. Yeah, we got the World Baseball Classic on. I'm sorry, I think we're getting blown out. Keep it clean in the chat, guys. Keep it clean. We're all having a fun time tonight. We're going to try 144, 101 Nuggets. Nuggets 130 to 110. Jokic gets a triple-double, and Gordon and Murray with a double-double. What team is going to play for Paul George next? What team is Paul George going to play for? He's going to play for the Sixers, man. I wish Maxey was back. Made me too much money. Sixers need Maxey back ASAP, man. They do. All right, 150 in the chat, 60 on the like button. Get us to 100 likes right now. Otherwise, we cannot hit the air horn tonight. It is late. It is the East Coast time. Last West Coast trip of the season. If you have any hot takes or any other takes you want to get off your chest right now about the 76ers as we continue to suffer through these games, go ahead and drop them in the chat. But ladies and gentlemen, do we dare do it? It is time to drop that beat. Still got to drop the beat, man. Let's go. Fire's in the chat, man. It's RB and the community. Sixers Nighttime Live here on the West Coast. We're all psychos, man. Let's get it rocking and rolling. Game Day Live, man. It's about that time. Let's go. Four-hour live show, pregame, live game, and postgame coverage. No producer. RB is the producer. We are all absolutely psychos to be up here watching this game, but that's what we do. We don't miss games like the 76ers do. We don't take games off like the 76ers do. We are here. We are here. Like I said, guys, 4 hours of coverage, 3 shows combined into one. Then we post clips onto our social platforms. We post the entire post-game show on audio. So I need you guys to go to every platform with our link tree that will come in the chat and support us everywhere, man. We're trying to grow. We're trying to go. A lot of good things in the pipeline. All takes time. And yeah, man, no spoiling in the chat. Wait until I call it before you comment on it. Time up your game with mine. Still putting the final touches on that scoreboard I'm trying to create, which will hopefully make things easier. We'll see. Yeah, no spamming in the chat. No disrespect. Keep it clean. Let's all have some fun. Talk some ball. And yeah, man. That is where we are at. It is a beautiful day to be here watching some basketball. I cannot believe it is March 17th. Happy St. Patrick's Day. And 14 games to go. Let's go. Shout out to the mods, the members, everybody in here. We got a $2 super chat from Philly for life. Philly. What's going on, brother? What up, y'all? Think we can get the dub, RB? Nah. Taking the Nuggets to win 128-109. I hope the Sixers can keep it competitive, but it's just hard for me to see the Sixers competing against this team. You know, they can fight against the Nets and the Blazers, but I would be very much surprised if they can win this game. However, the Nuggets did do it to the Sixers earlier this year, but the Sixers are kind of known for having those types of games, you know? Plus, it's in Denver, too. I don't know. If I was a player, I would not really want to play in Denver like that just due to the altitude. And there's guys that say, like, they have, like, oxygen, things on the sideline, like spray oxygen or whatever. Like, it's apparently it's hard, man, to run up and down the floor. So it's just different. Jokic has 4 straight triple doubles. They're shown here on the screen. So this dude is hooping right now. If the Sixers can somehow magically get the Drummond that they got last game, maybe. Bona's got to be very careful early in this game. Same thing with Barlow. Cannot get fouled out. Cool J, what's going on, man? Don Boyle in the chat. Low tap, what's going on? What's going on, man? Let's go, man. We need Tim Grover to take on VJ, says Beer Batter Gummy Shark. Spray oxygen. What are you talking about? You know what I'm talking about, bro. Come on, it's late at night, man. The can of oxygen, you know what I'm talking about? They give it to like the dudes that climb mountains. Whatever it's called, bro. It's been a long day, man. Busy B says, I bet on him to have a triple-double. I would not be surprised if he does. I would not be surprised if he does. Like I said, leading the league in rebounds and assists. He's 5th in scoring. He's been crazy. It really is wild that Maxi's probably going to miss the opportunity to get the awards as well. It is crazy, man. Murray's going to be a good test for VJ on the defensive end, RB. Dan, it's a good point, man. This is going to be a big game for VJ, you know? I feel like he has been in the spotlight, and I feel like he has admitted as well that he has not particularly handled it well. Maybe that's because he's not a primary ball handler, which was one of the things we said on his draft scouting report last year. I think we've seen phases of it, but I think VJ's a lot calmer and more... he's a lot more like structured, I would say, when he's playing around stars. Like, and look, we can't expect a 20-year-old rookie to just go in there and handle the rock the way that he's not used to. You know, he even said it after the Nets game. He said, I don't usually see double teams. He said, I've never seen a double team. So like, I'm not used to it, you know? Jason says late games are whack. BLSG in the chat. Oxygen tank like football players use. Yeah, that. But again, I'm telling you guys, it's like a spray can of oxygen. I think it's called like Boost Oxygen or something. I'm telling you, they need those bad boys in Denver, man. They can't even run down the floor sometimes. Let's go. Dom says, just want to see the Sixers play with exuberance. And I think that's a good way to put it. Like, at the end of the day, man, when it all comes down to it right now, I don't think we go into any game expecting the Sixers to win. Maybe the Nets game and the Jazz game that is coming up, but like, we just want to see the Sixers play hard. And I will say this past week, they have played with energy and intensity. Even when they're doing bad things on the floor, they're at least giving effort. So that's all we can say, man. That's all we can say. All right, guys, 200 people in the chat. We need 28 more to get to 100. I'm not going to push you guys tonight, but feel free to hit the thumbs up. Helps push us through the algorithm, not our normal streaming time. Make sure y'all hit the sub button as well. Turn on noties. That way you don't miss any of the content. Let's see. How do we feel about the NBA right now, man? Been watching some different teams, some different games. I think it's going to be an interesting playoff race, especially out west. Anthony Edwards got hurt today. He's out for a week or two. I watched the Rockets collapse in the fourth last night to the Lakers. What else? Steph Curry maybe is never coming back. I don't even know. I'm really looking forward, and I hope, honestly, that we see a Thunder and Spurs Western Conference Finals. I feel like that's what we're kind of headed towards. I think it'd be a lot of fun, especially to live stream, too. I'll be live streaming all of those games if that happens. And going back to the Eastern Conference, how crazy is this, chat? The Atlanta Hawks have won 10 games in a row, and they've only moved up 1 seed. You know how crazy that is? Like, how hard that is to even happen? The Hawks are tied with the Sixers for the 8 seed. They've won 10 straight. Miami's in the 7 seed. They're up by a game. The Hornets are the 10 seed. They're behind the Sixers by 3 whole games, aka 6 wins or losses. So it still is possible with 14 games for the Sixers to try to fall down to the 10 seed if they wanted. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think the most likely scenario is the 76ers try to get everybody back on the floor and just hope and pray, which is in the next week or two, Paul George comes back, Joel comes off of injury, and we'll see what happens with the rest. So that's where we're at, man. That's where we're at. We need 15 more likes, 200 plus in the chat. Appreciate y'all being here, man. Thank you so much on a late night. We're going to try to keep the energy flowing here. Once again, shout out to our great mods and our partners that make this happen, and wouldn't want to be doing this with anybody else, man, than y'all. So let's keep it going, man. I'm like, dude, is this game starting or what, bro? Am I crazy right now? Is this game not on yet? I feel like I've been doing this pregame show for like an hour now. They want to keep us up all night, don't they? Jamal Murray averaging 25 a game, shooting 42% from 3. $2 super chat from Dom Boyle says, oh yeah, hit that like button, everybody. Let's go, Dom. What's up, man? Give you a little bell. Did you see Alex Caruso block the shot with his shoe? I did see that. I actually saw that highlight earlier. That was hilarious. What did they even call that? What, like, yeah, what did they call that? Is that like a technical or something? I don't even know. Busy says close game in Milwaukee. Let's see what else is going on. Countdown to tip-off, 4 minutes to go. Come on, guys. Like, they want to keep us up all night, don't they? We got post-game shows to do and clips to make. Come on, guys. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at what else is going on with the NBA. I know the World Baseball Classic is on. The U.S. is trailing Venezuela in the bottom of the 7th inning. 1 man on, 2 outs. Scores 2-0. Over in the NBA tonight, let's see. The Timberwolves lead the Suns by 14 without Ant Edwards. Cavaliers up by 5 on the Bucks with 6 minutes to go. Dang, the Hornets beat Miami 136-106 tonight. That is a monster win. I'll be honest with y'all, man. First off, how are we not at 100 likes yet? We got 230 in the house. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up, man. I feel like any team in the play-in is dangerous. Do you guys agree with that for the Sixers? You got Miami, right, who can just kind of pop off. They got a bunch of great scores off the pick and roll with Bam. I feel like it's a bad matchup in a way. Then you have the Atlanta Hawks, who have won 10 in a row. The Sixers have not beat the Hawks this season. They're 0-4. And then you have the Charlotte Hornets, who have been like one of the best stories of the season, who can just light you up. They had 40 in the fourth tonight. It's crazy, man. All right, Mello, we got to get you out of here, brother. Not dealing with it tonight, man. Let's get this guy out of here, man. Like I said, guys, we don't have time for the trolls tonight, man. They can stay here, but don't be weird, bro. All right, let's see. Anyway, yeah, I think the Sixers are I think they have some bad potential matchups in the play-in. Let's see. The OKC Thunder beat the Orlando Magic tonight. Magic have now lost 2 in a row. The Pistons beat the Wizards 130-117, but Cade Cunningham left with back spasms. So Cade he left the game. Don't know what that will look like. The Knicks beat the Pacers 136-110. A lot of blowouts tonight. Hopefully the Sixers don't follow suit. See what happens with this Cavs-Bucks game. Spurs just tipped off against the Sacramento Kings, who the Sixers will play on Thursday night, and the Kings have actually won a few games here in a row, so we'll see. Why can we never have a healthy starting lineup? I don't know, man. Why can't we have anybody? We can't have anybody on the dang floor, bro. It's annoying, man. It really is. Really is, man. All right, guys, 240 people in the chat. We did hit the 100 likes before the game begins. Hopefully we don't wake up the neighbors too much. But we got to wake them up. Let's go. Drop the yes, sirs. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Neighbors are not going to be happy tonight, bro. Starting lineup tonight for the Sixers: VJ Edgecombe, Quentin Grimes, Justin Edwards, Dominic Barlow, Adem Bona. For the Nuggets: Jamal Murray, Christian Brown, Cam Johnson, Aaron Gordon, and Nikola Jokic. Nuggets tied for 5th in the West. Sixers tied for 8th in the East. Shout out to everybody in here, man. We got the members. I see y'all deep in here tonight. Go Birds, Cable, Dom, Marcia, BLSG, Busy B. Let's go, guys and girls. We had a fun trivia bonus week. A lot of people stacked up on some bonus trivia points. We got a really tight race going down here in the final 14 games. So we will see how all of that plays out. But other than that, let's get it rocking and rolling, man. Let's do it, bro. All right, man, hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We are off in Mile High in the Ball Arena. Nuggets rocking. I believe they're alternates. Gordon takes the pass from Jokic. Easy lay-in to begin. Yeah, their alternates have, I think it says like, doesn't say like the 5280 on it or something, and then it has like a rainbow going around. I don't know. That's, yeah, City Edition. They're wearing their City Edition. So, yeah, they're rocking the rainbows tonight. Sixers are rocking the white jerseys. I feel like it's been forever that they've wore them consecutively. Jokic misses the floater, and the Sixers have it back. VJ takes the rock, goes all the way up and in. Nice bucket against Jamal Murray, and VJ Edgecombe is on the board. There's Cameron Johnson, formerly a Brooklyn Net. Going to find Jokic, no-look pass down low. VJ goes jumping like crazy, and an easy layup for Gordon. What in the world was that, man? Here's Quentin Grimes, guarded by Christian Brown. Standout first-round pick a couple years back. Helped them win the finals in his rookie year. Edwards kicks to Bona. Bona wants a three. Just misses. Jamal Murray. Looks like he has some tape on that shoulder. Murray coming around his screen. He's going to drive, go all the way after the hezzy. Nice block by Barlow. Sixers have it. Here comes VJ flying downhill. Finds Bona. Bona in the lane. Slams it home. Woo! It's a Bona bomb. Nice play, man. Aaron Gordon guarded by Dominic Barlow. Murray into the lane, finds Brown backdoor, dribbled it off his foot. Another turnover by the Nuggets. Here come the 76ers. VJ up the floor, rocking the headband tonight. Bona sets a screen. VJ gets involved. Mid-range, pull up, can't get it. Gordon the rebound. Here come the Denver Nuggets. Gordon bringing it down the floor, crossover, the drive, going all the way up and fouled by Barlow. 270 people in the chat. Welcome on in. It is the Sixers Game Day live show brought to you by National University. $2 Super Chat. Philly for Life says, RB, we're kind of cooked in the play-in even when healthy. Some tough matchups, man. Some tough matchups. Absolutely. We got Karen in the chat. What's up, Karen? Long time no see. I feel like Karen's been he's been out of here a little bit. AG, what's going on? What's up, AG? What else we got up in here, man? Beer Batter Gummy says, Bona has to believe in himself and get a position coach. He needs to get an offensive development coach, honestly. Speaking of offensive development, as Gordon hits the both free throws, I don't know if you guys saw this tonight, but Markelle Fultz hit a game winner in the G League. Deep down, buried inside my decades of Sixers trauma, I'm actually really happy for Markelle Fultz. The guy is still battling and working, and you know what? He gets a lot of respect for that from me. Edwards, the mid-range, can't get it to go. Brown, the rebound. Here's Christian Brown with the buzz cut. Working against Grimes, finds Jokic. Jokic guarded by Bona. Jokic has had his bit of troubles over the years against Sixers backup centers as Edwards floats one up and in. And don't get me started about what Joel did to Jokic in the MVP year a few years ago. He cooked him in Philly for that game winner. Oh, yeah. Here's Grimes going to pull up top of the arc for three. Barlow tried to tap in the miss. He could not. Here come the Nuggets. Backdoor cut. Johnson. Brown swings it. Murray. Murray up to Jokic. Jokic coming around a screen. Finds Brown in the corner for three and hits. Nuggets out to an 11-4 lead. Nice ball movement by Denver. 8:35 to go here in the first. VJ crossover back the other way. VJ kicks it back to Barlow. Barlow for three. That one is short. Here come the Denver Nuggets. Brown up the floor. Brown kicks it over to Cam Johnson. Here's Jokic. He's fouled by Bona. 270 people in the live chat. Welcome on in. Thank you for being here. We do this every single game. What's the status on Embiid? Like I said in the pregame show, man, gave you the updates. There are none. This is what the 76ers do, man. They say reevaluate it, and then they never give us a follow-up on the update. So they did say, as Gordon turns it over, they did say Joel is finally starting to get involved in shoot-around, so hopefully that's a good sign that he could progress towards maybe later this week or next week, but still feel like he's going to miss a handful of games, maybe at least a couple more. Here's Justin Edwards working against Johnson. He crosses over, drives, goes up, got it, and one. Gotta hit the horn, man. Like I said in the pregame show, if you guys didn't watch my video yesterday, I did a film breakdown on Justin Edwards and why I think he can be another nice young piece for the Sixers. They can't let him get away, man. He has not received a lot of opportunity this season, but last couple games, he had 21 on Sunday. Big time buckets out of Justin Edwards. Really like the way he looks right now. And Nurse has to keep playing him. Simple as that. Here's Aaron Gordon against Justin Edwards. Edwards all over his back, no whistle. Here's Jokic. By the way, Edwards did hit the free throw, and we got VJ, who got tossed away. Who'd they call the foul on? They call that on VJ, bro? Nah. Was that a foul on VJ Edgecombe? Gordon hits the three. Bro, no way, man. No way. Here's Justin Edwards around a screen, getting a little physical. Was Bona on his screen. There's VJ from the corner. Can't get it to go. Barlow couldn't pull it away. Nuggets have a 7-point lead. Cam Johnson on the fast break goes all the way, lays it in with the left. And timeout, Nick Nurse. Not a good start to this game. Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, is there anything the Sixers could have done differently in the first 5 minutes? I don't think so. I think the Nuggets are just a pretty good team. I mean, obviously the Sixers are only running one screen actions, but, you know, the difference, right? Like if they're running this offense against the Nets are terrible, but the Nuggets are going to make you pay for it on the other end. So, Aaron Gordon's off to a tremendous start. Barlow is getting cooked right now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Busy B says, yeah, this is going to get ugly quick. They got to wake up. They got to wake up. Real Amoroso says, where did Gordon come from? He had all this hype, died down in Orlando. He's been killing it in Denver. You're exactly right, man. And that's why I really like Aaron Gordon. And for years on this show, I've been saying the Sixers need a power forward like Aaron Gordon. I do think Barlow has a lot of potential. Gordon's in a different league. And you know why I respect him? Go. Because sometimes in your craft, in your profession, you got to come back, come down to earth, take a hit on your ego and say, you know what? I'm not the star they drafted me to be. I'm not going to be good at this, but let me mold my game around whoever. Let me adapt. I think adaptability is so important. And Aaron Gordon, he just excels in everything the Nuggets need him to excel in next to Jokic. Jokic can be a liability on defense. Here comes Aaron Gordon, pesky defender, switchable, versatile. Gordon has the high-flying ability. He's really worked on his three-point shot, hits that corner three when Jokic is diming him up, drawing all the attention in the paint. Just does everything they need him to do. And he's also had a couple games where he drops like 30, 40 points. Like he still shows those signs of star that Orlando drafted him to be, but he's not going to do that consistently. And he's just a nice complimentary role player. And yeah, I like Aaron Gordon a lot. $5 Super Chat, Philly for Life says, Ed has been ballin', bro, and you and I have known his talent, but like I said in a comment on your video, they'll let him go for nothing to duck the tax. Philly, that might be the realest Super Chat you've ever given me. First off, thank you for the Super Chat, man. Appreciate the support. That's a fact, bro. Next year, Justin Edwards probably will be cut after training camp, and they're going to say, yeah, we want to keep a roster spot open, and he'll go to the Celtics. And he'll be good. By the way, the Celtics signed Charles Bassey. I know a lot of people have been asking about him. Celtics signed him because they need a big. I'm sure Edwards will go to the Celtics or the Warriors or the Thunder or somebody like that needs him. All right. Let's see, man. 300 people in the chat. Get us to 200 likes. Let's go. Let's go. Sixers are now down to a 19.5 point underdog. Crazy. Philly Shad in the building. Philly Shad, what's up, brother? Member for 51 months. That's a real MVP right there. He says, what's good, RB and Sixers Nation? What's up, Shad? VJ to pull up mid. He got it to go out of the timeout. Nice play by VJ Edgecombe. You guys see my shirt tonight? Unbothered. That's me tonight, man. I can't get bothered about this game. I'm just here to have fun and watch ball, man. Break it all down. Here's Aaron Gordon backing down Edwards. He's going to turn. He just walked. Yo, they didn't even call that? Luckily, he misses the jump shot. That was a crazy walk. 6:45 to go here in the first. Edwards with the rock. Finds Bona. Hands it off to Edwards. Grimes coming around a screen. Bona finds Grimes cutting into the lane. Turns. Hooks one up. Missed it by everything. Grimes is on the ground. Tough start for him. Here come the Nuggets. What a tap pass by Jokic, and Brown fouled by VJ. I don't think they gave VJ the foul in that other one because they're saying it's his first, but I thought he did get that first foul, but who knows? Who knows? Also, the Sixers cannot, I mean, this goes without saying, right? But they can't do the stupid, double team and then leave a shooter wide open for three this game. Like I was saying in the pregame show, the Nuggets have the best offense in the NBA. So if you leave that corner three wide open, you're gonna pay for it every time. Brown gonna knock down a pair at the line. It's 18-9. Nuggets lead by 9. DJ with the rock, guarded by Murray. Tim Hardaway Jr., who's been a nice value add for the Nuggets this year, comes in off the bench. Edwards going to pop a three. Missed it by 4 feet. Maybe it was a pass because Grimes scoops it up and puts it in. Was it an air ball or a pass? We'll call it a pass. Don't know what they'll call it. There's Christian Brown to Jokic. Jokic spinning against Bona. Dribbles, drives in traffic, floats it up, and gets it to go. Just the mastery of Nikola Jokic. He looks like an overweight guy at the bar, but he just is unstoppable. Grimes for three and answers on the other end. Nice shot by Quentin Grimes. Sixers steal the full court pass. Grimes has it, drives, spins under the lane, finds Bona, walks 4 steps, and gets whistled for a travel. Bryce just smashed a 2-run shot to tie up the Classic. Did he? Let's go, Bryce. Let's go, Bryce. Shout out to my dude, Bryce, man. Let's go, Bryce. Reball missed by the Nuggets. Drummond is in for the first time, gets boxed out. Hardaway misses the second attempt. Nuggets get a third attempt. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Jamal Murray. Murray finds a cutting Jokic, kicks it out. Hardaway for 3 and drills it. Nuggets make the Sixers pay on the third attempt. They lead it by 9. Here's Justin Edwards. Edwards to Drummond. Drummond going to find Grimes. Grimes going to pull up for 3. Left it a bit short. 5 to go here in the first. Jokic brings it up this time. He's got 6 dimes already. Finds Brown. Tapped away by Payne. Cameron Payne in for the first time for the 76ers. Shout out to everybody in the chat, guys. 140 likes right now. Y'all are crushing it, man. Get us to 200. We got to keep the energy going on a late night game, man. Edwards, Grimes, and Barlow going to come out now. They're going to bring in Watford. That's Marjan Beauchamp as well. DJ, Drummond, and Payne round out the 5. Here's Brown from the corner and hits. Nuggets lead by 12. Cannot keep doing that. Didn't I just say that, guys? Didn't I just say that 2 minutes ago? Can't leave that shooter open. Sixers are 1 of 7 from three-point range. Campaign going to drive the lane, floats it up, misses everything. Drummond can't scoop it up. Not a good start for Andre Drummond. Here's Jamal Murray up the floor. Murray guarded by Beauchamp. Murray inside to Jokic. Jokic puts up a circus shot. He's whining for a foul. Meanwhile, the Sixers are on a 5-4 fast break. Watford going down the lane. Euros. Finds Drummond wide open. Drummond lays it in. Let's go, man. Tim Hardaway Jr. guarded by VJ Edgecombe. Now Jokic. Jokic going to find Brown. Cutting to the lane. Scoops it up and in. Christian Brown finding his way. 10 points here in the first. Drummond kicks it out wide. VJ going to pump fake drive. Go baseline. Euro. Nice bucket. Oh, just short. Spoke too soon. Hardaway down the lane. Swings it out to the corner. Murray a sidestep. Payne goes way too far. And Murray a wide open triple. Nuggets are up to 31 with 3:20 to go here in the first. Nuggets are 11 of 17 from the field. Watford going to find Beauchamp. Beauchamp going to pop a corner 3 and lets it fly, and it sinks. Nice shot by Marjan Beauchamp. He's had a bit of an extended run with the Sixers having all these guys out. Jokic at the high post, guarded by Drummond. You know what's crazy too, guys? I feel like Jokic ain't even trying yet, man. I feel like he's just going like half speed right now. $2 super chat, Philly for life. Thank you so much. Says great for Bryce. Has not played the best in the Classic. I'm so happy for Bryce, man. He's always going to be the guy to me. He has not played that well recently, and you know, don't even get me started on the Phillies, bro.
Let's go.
Don't even get me started on the Phillies, man. All right, man. Quick 30-second timeout. We'll be right back, and then we'll get to the super chat. But what do you guys think about this game so far and the way the Sixers are playing defense? Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Be right back.
Meet my dad. National University supports all his ends with flexible online courses. He can be a student and catch bad guys on the internet and teach me how to hit a curveball and serve his country. He's an ander. National University supporting all your ands.
All right, we got a $5 super chat from Philly for Life. He says, can somebody guard Christian Braun pretty please? Easy cuts and layups at the rim every time, RB. Way too easy, fam. I agree. They keep doing the thing that we talk about every game. There's no point for me to keep saying it. Just bad defensive mechanics, bad technique, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. I mean, they're leaving Christian Braun and Aaron Gordon wide open, man. Most of the Nuggets shots, I mean, they're, 11 of 17, I said? Yeah. 5 of 7 from 3. A lot of it's been wide open. Part of it is nice passes from Jokic and Murray, but I feel like Jokic isn't even trying yet. He's got 8 dimes in the first quarter. That's what my bold take should have been. Jokic is going to have like a career high in assists. He's got 8 already, which is ridiculous. What is Jokic's career high anyway? Let's see. Career high is 22 on March 7th, 2025, almost a year ago today. Right now he's on pace for 32. So crazy. Riaz, what's going on, brother? He says they're not playing defense at all, just going through the motions, already uncontested shots. Yep. Jokic is going to be a point guard tonight and feed his guys. I agree. Might lose by 30 plus tonight. Guess I donated my money. Sixers going to smoke me. If you bet on the Sixers to win this game, you have serious issues. There's no way I was confident in the Sixers winning this game tonight. Also, the Nuggets did pick up Tyus Jones I think they signed him, right? He got traded and waived, and they picked him up. All right, guys, 300 people in the chat. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, get us to 200 likes. We're about halfway there. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. You guys are doing great tonight, man. Appreciate y'all being up on the late night with RB. Shazy, what's going on? Says, hopefully we get our 3rd win in a row. It's not looking too good so far. Not looking that hot. Free throw is going to be good for Murray. $2 super chat, Philly for life says, yeah, Joker isn't even started scoring yet. Going to be bad. Might not even have to, brother. Might not even have to. But I agree. So the Nuggets have 33 points now. It's 33-19. VJ turnaround fadeaway, left it short. Hardaway the rebound. Hardaway crosses over. VJ lets him go right in the lane, then pokes it away. VJ wants a review. They called it Nuggets ball. I'm guessing Nurse is going to have to challenge this. Looking over at that Cavs-Bucks game, by the way. Cavs lead it by 5 with 20 seconds to go. 29 seconds. Tim Hardaway Jr., by the way, averaging 14 off the bench a game. And he is shooting 41% from 3. Just a great ad for the Nuggets. Fits what they do. Nurse did not challenge that play, and then that was pretty weird. I think the Nuggets got called for a foul. I looked away for a second, but yeah, the Nuggets got whistled for a foul, and then Sixers got it back. Now we got a foul down the other end. So just a foul frenzy, and Jokic is whining. He's still whining to the refs. Tee him up, bro. Oh, okay, I see what happened. So Jokic fouled Drummond intentionally just to whine. He bear hugged Drummond so he could get another 10 seconds of whining in. Can't make this up, bro. I think he got a technical as well. It looks like Jokic was mad about the play on the other end. Drummond pretty much put his hip into Jokic and wouldn't let him get around it. But Jokic did not like that, so he bear hugged Drummond in an effort to whine to the refs and got a tech and is now on the bench. Watford kicks to Drummond. Drummond pops out for three. Just missed it. Yeah, so we're back to the Nick Nurse classic of just let anybody do whatever they want, pretty much. Jonas Valanciunas has come in for the Nuggets. He was thinking about going overseas to play, but Nuggets picked him up. He said he'll stay. So he's on the Nuggets. Here's a 3-ball, and that was, I believe, is that Strother? No, I'm sorry. That was Spencer Jones that just came in. Another good pickup for the Nuggets. Watford the cut and lays it up and in. I believe Spencer Jones was a pick this year, right? Yeah, first season. Actually, he was undrafted. Thought he was a second rounder, but or no, he was last year undrafted. Only played 20 games last year. He's played in 56 this year. 3 from the Nuggets is missed. Jones cannot pick it up. Jones shooting 40% from 3, though. Not bad. See, why can't the Sixers find these guys? Oh, wait, they can. They just don't play them. So the Sixers turn it over again. They can't stop anything right now. Definitely looked like campaign got pushed, but we'll leave it to that. $2 super chat, Riaz. Thank you so much. Says Cam Thomas got benched. Sixers could have used him now. Riaz, thank you, brother. Yeah, Cam Thomas probably got benched. 1, he's not playing well, but 2, the Bucks are trying to tank, bro, because they're probably not going to make the play-in. So. But yeah, Sixers could have used Cam Thomas for sure. They could have used a lot of guys. Here's Cameron Payne. Payne, guarded by Jones, finds Watford. No movement by the Sixers. Watford clanks a 3. Nuggets pick it up. VJ tried to steal the pass, couldn't. Here come the Nuggets, 40 seconds to go in the first. Bruce Brown enters the ballgame. Hardaway going to drive, floats it up, misses it. Nuggets get it back, Hardaway again, and gets it to go. I just don't understand why. I mean, again, I know the Nuggets are way better, but like, Sixers are doing nothing that they did last game in terms of offensive movement. I know we just said in the pregame, the Nuggets are the 22nd ranked defense in terms of defensive rating. And the Sixers are doing nothing to try to get anybody open. Here's Cameron Payne off a screen, floats it up, misses it off the back iron. Drummond can't tap it in. Nuggets try to save it, but they say it's out on Philly. Here comes Jamal Murray back into the ballgame. Nuggets have it now. Valanciunas going to try to beat Drummond to the rim. Floats one up at the buzzer. Couldn't get it to go. Drummond with a pathetic attempt at a full court heave. All right, man. That takes us to the end of quarter one. Sixers down 38-22. First game of the last West Coast trip, 3-game stretch. 350 in the chat, 150 on the like button. Hit the thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Sixers Game Day Live at the end of the first. You know what that means. It is time for our favorite segment, ladies and gentlemen, Sixer Scholars Trivia, presented by National University. If you hear that sound effect, it means you got it right. Only one person gets it right. Only one guess permitted in the chat. Whoever ends up with the most points at the end of this season wins a big prize. I will say the question first, then I will put it into the live chat. Once again, presented by National University. Check out all their career degree curriculums on their site. Click our link in the chat. All right, man. We're back to the 1-point questions, but still very important. We have a very tight race going on. Here's the Sixer Scholars Trivia question of the night. It is the following. Who is the only Sixers player to ever win Defensive Player of the Year? Who is the only 76ers player to ever win Defensive Player of the Year? That is the question. Only one guess is permitted. If you guess more than once, you will be disqualified. Give you guys 15, 20 more seconds. Once again, who is the only Sixers player to ever win Defensive Player of the Year? All right, let's go to the chat, man. Once again, Sixer Scholars Trivia question presented by National University. Thank you to them for being the partners of the show. Question is, who is the only Sixers player in Sixers franchise history to win Defensive Player of the Year? Wow. For the first time ever, we've made history, ladies and gentlemen. We have 4 people that got it at the same exact time. I've never seen that happen before. We've had 2 get it at the same time. We have 4 people that got the correct answer. Per the timestamps, Busy B was first. Josh was tied with Busy B. Dom Boyle was tied with Busy B. And Mr. Scum was also tied with Busy B. Amoroso was a split second late. And that's what we got on the timestamps. So we got a 4-way tie, man. We got a 4-way tie. What do you guys think? Should we run back another question or should we give them all a point? What do you guys think, man? Cameron Payne for 3. Can't get it to go. Bone of the rebound. And he is fouled by Valanciunas. 4-way tie, man. What do you guys think? Should we give all of them a point? I feel bad for my guy Amoroso. He was a split second late, but I don't know, man. 4-way tie, though? I feel like we should give them all a point. It's history, you know what I mean? It's never happened before. Watford misses it, gets his own board up with the left, and gets it to fall. Nuggets lead it by 14. Sixers trying to stay in this thing. Thank you all for playing Sixers Scholars Trivia, presented by National University. For the first time ever, we got a 4-way tie. We'll give them all a point. Jones hits a 3, but he steps out of bounds. It will not count. All right, man. It's going to take me some time to update all this into the thingy. We'll get to it, though. Guys, drop some emojis in the chat. Can we get some blue and red in the chat, man? Campaign gonna miss a 3. Let's get some blue and red going. Where's my Sixers fans at? Let's get a roll call going. Hardaway for 3, drills it on the other end. Jeez, man. Watford wants a 3, short again. How come this man Watford misses every 3 like that in the same way? Here's Valanciunas posting up against Bona. Going to back him down, goes all the way, and yams it down on Bona. Holy smokes, bro. Valanciunas looking like it's 2018 all over again, man. Here's Campaign working against Spencer Jones around a screen. Payne going to drive, crossover, baseline, dumps to a cutting Watford, goes up, swatted by 2. Sixers get it back. Payne on the second attempt, left it short. Here's Tim Hardaway Jr. Hardaway going to find Jones, goes all the way in, hit against Grimes, and 1, and he's flexing. Actually, that was Bruce Brown. All right, let me go ahead and let me update this tracker sheet. Drop the blue and red in the chat if you're still in here rocking with me. Drop some fires in the chat. Holy smokes, bro. I got more thoughts on the Sixers in a second. Just let me update this. I'm just tired of the Sixers playing defense this way. But again, it's like, how much can we really put into it? You know what I mean? Also, congrats to Mr. Scum, man. I know he's been waiting for a while to get one of these trivias. He finally got one. Shouts to Mr. Scum in the chat. Let's go, guys. Let's keep this chat rolling. We should have 200 likes by now, man. Hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe to the channel. We do this every game. Pre-game, live game, post-game. All of it condensed into one, man. Let's go. Sorry, guys. I'm just updating the tracker sheet. That's how we do it, man. No producer needed, bro. I'm the producer, the host, the analyst, and all of it, man. First time we've ever seen 4 people win the same trivia question. Guess there's a first for everything, though, man. I'm really hoping the Sixers don't go down by like 50 points, though. That'll make this even tougher. By the way, Mutombo did it in 2001, 2002. That was the season after they went to the finals. All right, so congrats to Josh, congrats to Scum, congrats to Busy, and congrats to Dom. Still a tight trivia race, man. All right, let's see. We have $2 super chat from Philly for Life says, love Tim Hardaway, always have. He's starting to cook us. I like that emoji too, man. Great visual. Great visual, man. All right, we're back to this chat. Grimes going to miss a three. Sixers get the ball after the miss. They are down by 21 all of a sudden. Here's Dalen Terry. He got shoved out of bounds. Going to be a foul on Cam Johnson. Let's go, man. Let's go. All right, so it's Dalen Terry. Is that Kyle Lowry, man? Come on, Nurse. Nurse, you're trolling, bro. Lowry is in the ball game. Lowry has entered the ball game. USA is down 3-2 in the ninth inning. Crazy. Grimes turnaround fadeaway air ball, bro. Come on, Grimes. I start giving you credit, and then you start playing like this, man. Come on, Q. So it's Kyle Lowry, Dalen Terry, Justin Edwards, Quentin Grimes, and Adem Bona. Ew. That's a crazy lineup, bro. That is a crazy lineup. Sixers steal it away. I don't know what they just called it. I think a backcourt. Three ball, Valanciunas misses it. Bro, nobody went for the rebound. Hardaway for three. Short again. Nobody went for the rebound. Fourth attempt, bro. 4. If y'all are not going to try, just sit. Just sit, bro. Johnson all the way, floats it, misses it. 5th attempt. 5th attempt. Valanciunas puts it in, bro. See, that's the type of possession that makes me want to go to sleep, bro. Are you serious? 5 opportunities on one possession. Edwards a 3 and cashes it in. Should have been a foul, but bro, I don't care. I don't care about the foul. 5 opportunities? Come on, man. Come on, man. Remember when they did this last year and Nick Nurse had that meeting in the locker room and he ripped the whole team? He's going to have to do that again. Valanciunas to Brown cutting in, misses the floater. Sixers get it back. And also, what is this freaking lineup, dude? This might be the worst lineup of the season. Do you guys agree or disagree? Here's Justin Edwards trying to go ISO. Bro, somebody set a screen, man. This is the worst lineup I've ever seen. Edwards mid-range misses it. We got Lowry, Grimes, Terry, and Edwards in with Bona. Johnson to the paint, fouled. This is making my eyes bleed, man. When they say the grind is real, man, this is what they're talking about. Once again, I said this on the pregame, but if you are in here, man, I'd like you to take a second and pat yourself on the back because you are an absolute psycho. We're watching Kyle Lowry. You know, I'm not even going to say it again, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? Johnson, first one good at the line. Anyway, if you like watching me call games and suffer through these, hit the thumbs up button, man. Subscribe to the channel. We're at 52,266. Let's get to 52.3 tonight. We live stream every Sixers game. We break down NBA stuff, and we're going to be live streaming a lot of playoff games as well. RB hasn't ran from the grind. That's a fact, Busy Bee. Let them know. They call me Dame in my regular day. I don't run from the grind. Grimes going to find Edwards. Pump fake, dribble, drive. Poked away by Jones. Out of bounds. How is that Nuggets ball, man? Nurse, you got to challenge this, bro. You have to challenge this, man. Not going to challenge it. All right, Nurse, so you're just going to lay down and die as well in this game, aren't you? Nuggets shooting 53% from the field. Oh, yay, the coveted zone. We went to zone, guys, and it doesn't matter because Jones is going to break the zones with an easy floater. Here's Dale and Terry. Andre Drummond operating out of the high post. Grimes going baseline. Kyle Lowry a corner three. Out. Why is Kyle Lowry in the ball game? Easy layup for the Nuggets again. 53-27. So this is going to be one of those games, isn't it? They got nobody else that can play. So they're playing Lowry, bro. This is going to be like a 60-point loss. Grimes to Lowry. Pump fake. Drive. Edwards for three. Clank. Dale and Terry up and under. Woo! Dale and Terry. (53-29). Christian Brown. Here's Jamal Murray. Murray going to drive, spin, fade away, knocks it down again. At least get us to 200 likes, y'all. We need 25 more. We're suffering right now. Edwards going to drive and spin, kick it out to Terry. Terry going in the paint, floats it up. Dale and Terry, put the team on your back, young fella. Let's go. Murray steps out. Drummond doesn't even chase him. Wide open three. Luckily, they miss it. That was crazy defense by you, Drummond. Edwards working against the defender around a screen from Drummond. Kicks out the Grimes. Stolen away, but it's off the foot of Christian Brown. And it is a kickball violation. $2 Super Chat Philly for Life says, Lowry should never touch the floor, Nurse. What are you doing? At this point, man, they're just eating up minutes. They know that they're not going to win this game. Instead of actually trying and getting creative, though, Nurse is like, yeah, we'll just lay down and get smacked. Quentin Grimes, an alley-oop finish. Woo! Nice throw from VJ on the alley-oop. Jokic finds a cutting Brown, throws it down on the other end. Sixers can't stop anything. VJ to Grimes. Grimes throws it right to Jokic. Jokic 3-on-1. Murray all the way. Fakes his own pass. Fouled by Terry and one. What do you guys want me to say, man? What do you want me to say? USA did lose just now, too. Yeah, they did. 360 people in the live chat. I can't believe we got 360 people in here. You guys are psychos, man. Thank you for being here. 23 more. Get us to 200 likes, man. Y'all are amazing. Yeah, that's where we're at, man. Murray going to knock down the free throw. 60-33 is our score. It's a 27-point game. Dale and Terry going to find VJ Edgecombe. Now it's Barlow. Where the hell's Barlow been, man? VJ for three. It's short. Where the heck's Barlow been? This is what I'm talking about, man. He takes Barlow out and he plays four guards, including Lowry. I just don't get it. I don't get it. Jokic going to find Christian Brown. Brown guarded by Cameron Payne. Back to Jokic. Jokic dribbling. Downhill. Throws it away. Turned over by Jokic. Here come the Sixers. Barlow running up the floor. Barlow, the Euro, gets blocked. This is like the big bully that takes the little kid's lunch money every day. And it's like, you know it's coming. You know what I mean? You show up to the cafeteria. It's like, come down the floor, get blocked, give me your money, and be on with your day. Like the Sixers, are not doing anything different. They're not standing up to the bully. They're just completely taking it right now. DJ floats it up short again. I just don't get, like, again, I'm not sitting here expecting the Sixers to win the game. I already picked them to lose, right? But, like, try something, Nurse. Try anything, bro. Like, just something. Something, bro. They're not running any plays. They're not doing anything to get anybody open. And then on defense, they go to a zone defense down 20 million, as if that's going to do something. Drummond's now getting handsy with Jokic. Drummond just got shoved again. Yeah, Drummond, get in his head. Get in his head, Drummond. Make it entertaining. Now Gordon's going to come try to separate it. Okay, Drummond. Okay, Drum. Yeah. Jokic shoves him again. Yo, come on. Come on. Tee him up. Letting Jokic get away with anything right now. We got a foul on Drummond. You know what, Drummond? Just get thrown out, bro. Just get Jokic to punch you in the face. Yeah, Drummond. Yo, Nurse tried to take Drummond out. He said, nah, I'm good. Drummond said, I ain't coming out the ball game, Nurse. Drummond's got his hands behind his back, bro. He is absolutely trolling, yo. He is trolling right now. Johnson for 3. Money. Second opportunity is good for the 76ers. It is Cameron Payne. Three ball from Murray, fouled and one. You know what? I don't give a damn about this game anymore. I'm cracking up at Andre Drummond. Drummond earned my respect there. He earned my respect. Nurse said, Drummond. He said, nah, coach, I'm good. I'm good. Then he started putting his hand back on Jokic. That's hilarious, bro. It also just goes to show how star-driven the league is. You know, if Joel Embiid was putting his hands on people like that, oh my gosh, the war cry. Oh my gosh, Joel is the biggest foul baiter ever. Joel does this. Jokic does it. We're all good. You know, he's an MVP. It's crazy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's play a fun game we like to play in the chat during the second quarter, even though it's a lot more fun than this game right now. It is called Drop the Spot. Drop it like it's hot, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know where you are tuning in from in the live chat. Give me your locations, your countries, cities, states, towns. Let me know where you are tapping in from on the late night, as it is past 11 Eastern here in real time. Where are you guys and girls tuning in from tonight? We need 15 more likes before we can hit the air horn, man. Got to be very sparing tonight. It is late. Neighbors will get mad. We got Upper Darby, PA in the house, ATL, North Philly, Palisades Park, Deptford, NJ. South Jersey in the house. We got Scottsdale, Arizona, Western Australia, Denver in the building. This team looks like the Memphis Grizzlies. Sixers need milk. Northeast Philly in the chat. Don't cry, RB. I just tell the facts, bro. That's what I do. Got Wilson NC in the chat. Swarthmore in the building. sir. South Jersey in the chat. Somebody's ringing the air horn. It is our guy, William Irvine. William, what's up, brother? $10 super chat. Thank you so much. He says, I'm at the game, brother. It's ugly AF. William, you're out in Denver, bro? You're out in Denver, my guy? Oh, William. Here's my advice. First off, shout out to William. Can we get some MVPs in the chat from the members, man? My guy William is in the chat at the game right now. First off, shout out to you. Second off, William, you need to head to the nearest concession stand. You need to buy a hot dog and some popcorn. And you need to avoid traffic, my brother. You need to head home, whatever the highway is there, and you need to get an early hit on it. Because unless you want to watch this team get slaughtered for the next 2 hours, that would be my advice to you, man. That'd be my advice to you. But thank you so much for being in the chat, man. Always supporting the show. Actually, you know what? Before you get out of there, William, go down to the bench. Tell Nick Nurse to tap into the stream, and we'll tell him what to do. We'll tell him what to do here on the live show. Appreciate you, man. Here's Quentin Grimes for 3. Misses everything. Grazed the rim. Denver leads it by 30. Aaron Gordon dribbles step back. Misses it mid-range. Goes flying. Barlow has it. 5-on-4. Grimes, Drummond, VJ. Easy right down the lane. VJ wide open dunk. William, you absolute psycho. Let him know, man. William's awesome, man. He's awesome. Here's not Jamal Murray, Cam Johnson fouled and won. The Sixers just do not care tonight, bro. They really don't care, do they? They really don't care at all, bro. We might lose by 60. Free throw is good. It is now a 31-point game. Chad, how should I save my sanity for the second half? VJ misses a 3 short. Here come the Nuggets. Brown on the other end. Blocked by VJ, but they call a foul. VJ has his 3rd. I said, you know, I'm supposed to be unbothered tonight, bro, but how was that a foul? That's a block. It's a block. Challenge it. Challenge it, Nurse. Please, Nurse, do something. He's not going to challenge that? That was a clear... William. Come on, William. You're selling, bro. William, I need you to take your phone, go down behind the Sixers bench, and tell Nick Nurse to challenge. $71-38. Sixers have been to the free throw line 1 time tonight. Cameron Payne coming around his screen, dribbles and drives. Dominic Barlow from the corner misses a 3. RB might crash out tonight. Nah, I can't even do that, man. It's too late. And I already knew they were going to lose this game, but I just have no crash out to give right now. It's hard for me to care. I don't think you guys understand how hard it is to motivate myself to call a game like this. Like, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I love doing this. You know, that's what keeps me going. But like, this might be the ugliest game I've ever seen in my life. Murray to Brown. Brown wide open a 3. 71-38. I say it all the time, guys. There's games you remember for bad reasons, games you remember for good, and then a big chunk of games that get lost in the season. The first game against the Nuggets is one I remember for a bad reason. That's because the Sixers had their whole lineup and lost to the Nuggets down everybody. This game I'm going to remember for a bad reason too, because Sixers are getting plastered. If they lose by like 50, I'll remember it. But Sixers turn it over again. I think the Sixers are actually trying to get blown out by 50 tonight. There's no other solution. Payne just got thrown out of the way by Murray. It's going to be a foul. I did think watching the last couple games that the Sixers would at least try to draw up a few plays here and there, but Nurse has come into this game like it's a business trip. On a positive note, you guys can follow us on all platforms where we talk about more than just the 76ers. And on this channel as well. Cameron Payne drives the lane, floats up mid-range, got it to go.
Let's go.
You won't do a post-game, right, RB? I actually have to, man. So, we'll do a condensed post-game because I'm an absolute psycho. But, yeah, we'll do a quick recap of this slaughtering. Jamal Murray under the rim, fouled by VJ. That's number 4. VJ, you should just get fouled out, brother. Go take a nice shower and get some food. VJ, just get fouled out, bro. We're about to see Kyle Lowry for the whole second half. I actually would be down to do that. I would be down to try in this game getting everybody fouled out. I guess would they play with 4 players or 3 players? I would do it. I would do what Jokic did in the first quarter. I would just bear hug everybody. See what Adam Silver thinks about that. $5 super chat. AP says, I'm a Knicks fan. We have a history with Grimes. This is when we would have had to pay him. Do you think he has earned his next contract? No, absolutely not. Grimes has been absent for most of the season. He was great last year on a tanking team. I think Grimes has showed, again, it's also hard though because of the way the offenses ran, but Grimes still has missed a lot as just like a spot-up shooter. So I think Grimes cooked his own value, and his agency, which he is now fired, really screwed him up. So, no, I think Grimes is like he's a really good player on a tanking team. Like, if Grimes wants the bag, he should go to, like, the Brooklyn Nets next year and make, like, 15 to 20 a year. But Grimes, in my opinion, doesn't deserve more than what he's making now, which is, like, $8 million or whatever. Payne blocked at the buzzer, and that brings us to the end of a sour first half. I don't know if I've ever seen something this bad, guys. 72 to 40. Oh my gosh. We're going to break down these crazy numbers in a second, but give me one word in the chat if you're still in here with me, man. Give me one word. If you can somehow, in the back of your brain, find a way to come up with a word to describe this. Oh, man. Oh, man. We are absolute psychos, bro. We're psychos. Is that my word? Maybe. My other word would be torturous. Psycho, bro. All right, I want to find the best words in the chat, and then I want to break down this game so far. I will find a couple of the best words in the chat without getting myself too entrenched in it. Before I do the one word, though, real quick, want to give a shout out to our great partners over at National University. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to be schooled the way that the 76ers are currently being schooled, you got to check out National University, man. I'm talking about the best level of education. I'm talking about getting schooled by 32 in the first half and looking completely outclassed. That is what National University does. They provide you the best level of schooling. Whether you're juggling a full-time job, a family, whatever, you have all these responsibilities in life, you don't feel like you have the energy to go back to school, well, no worries, because NU is perfect. They offer 4 and 8 week online courses designed to help you balance work, life, and school. You get to start sooner, finish faster. They have over 150 degree programs and a 50-year history of innovative learning and support models for working and non-traditional students. They are one of the largest private nonprofit accredited universities in the United States. Right now, National University is offering the Year of You scholarship that will grant students up to $6,000 annually towards a bachelor's or master's degree. But make sure you get in. Application is only available until the end of March. So once again, shout out to National University. Let them help you meet your goals academically and with everything else. Click the link down in the chat or the description. Check out their flexible online schooling programs over at National University, where you can juggle school with everything else life has to offer, including watching 76ers games while they are getting smacked at midnight. I mean, we are absolutely psychotic. Let's check out some of the words in the chat. I don't even want to go down this rabbit hole, man. $2 super chat from Philly for Life. He says, my word is good night. Oh, man. Atrocious. Misery. Annihilated. Embarrassing. Morbid. Insurmountable. Expected. Oh, my gosh, man. Abomination. By the way, Jokic has 2 points, guys. He only has 10 dimes. He had 8 in the first quarter, but 2 points for Jokic, and the Sixers are down 32. Wild. Wild. Great words in the chat. Exterminated. That's great. Yeah, the Sixers need to go to National University. Thank you to them for partnering. They would be great to teach a course on how to not overhelp on a defender. That's what the Sixers need to go to school on. They need to learn how to play defense again. Let's just read out a couple funny stats in this game. Actually, I want to look up the where am I at here? Hold on. I want to look up some of the funny stats. Dude, this is like crazy. I mean, we expected this, right? But like, Nuggets are shooting 57% from the field. They have made over half of their shots. That is wild. 53% from three. 13 of 15 from the line. 32 to 18 on the boards. 20 assists on 25 made shots. Matter of fact, I'm going to screenshot this just so I can talk about it on the postgame, how crazy this is. They have a 98% chance to win the game already. 30 points in the paint. Do I need to go any further, man? Let's talk about the Sixers. They're shooting 32% from the field. 16 from three. All I have to say is, Sixers front office, thank you for putting me through this, man, for the second year in a row. As my guy Cisco says in the chat, third quarter is coming up. The highlight of the night, ladies and gentlemen, is Andre Drummond making Nikola Jokic bear hug him in the first quarter. Or maybe that was the second, I don't even know. And getting Jokic to get a tech. And then messing with Jokic again on the next time he got subbed in. And he tells Nick Nurse, no, I'm not coming out of the ball game. Even though Nurse is calling him over to the bench. And he says no. And then he keeps messing with Jokic again. That is the highlight of the night. Jokic has 2 points. 3 shot attempts. We said that in the first quarter. He might not even have to do anything. He's got 10 dimes and 4 boards.
Let's go.
Brown with 14. Johnson with 15. Came out of nowhere. Gordon with 9. He had the first 9 out of 15. Hardaway with 8, 4, and 2 off the bench. I don't even want to read this anymore, bro. I don't even want to read it. Philly for life. Gifting a Philly Take membership. Philly, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. For all the people that are going to dip Like Philly, $2 super chat says, got to be up at 5. I'm going to hit the hay. Bro, Philly, you don't got to explain yourself, bro. Go to bed, bro. Go to bed. Go to bed, bro. Someone in the chat says, all the smoke you were talking about the Nets, this is karma. You're in a worse position. Well, we found the dumbest take of the night, man. I don't even have time to respond to that one, but the Nets might be the worst organization in sports. I'm just being honest, man. Have fun with your 5 first-round picks that can't get on the floor. AP, $5 super chat. You guys should look into Tom Thibodeau. Oh, hell no. Let me keep it down, man. AP, no. Absolutely no. Tom Thibodeau, that would be a Sixers hire. Like that will be the next Sixers coach. That will be the next. You know what, AP? Thank you for that super chat, man. That will be the next Sixers coach. You have made it clear in my mind. That is such a Sixers hire, bro. Going from Doc Rivers to Nick Nurse to Tom Thibodeau. Man. You guys should look into Tom Thibodeau. He knows how to turn teams around. His problem is he can't get you to a finals, only the conference finals. Dude, Tom Thibodeau would run whatever's left of this core into the ground. And I do think he maybe is a better coach than Nurse and Doc at this point, but nah, bro. The Sixers need to go for the youngest personnel possible, bro. The next coach and the next GM, I want the youngest guys. I want somebody that nobody's ever heard of. I've been duped once. I've been duped twice. It ain't happening again. I want the next Mark Daignault, the next Sam Presti. Get me a guy out of the accounting office, bro. Give me the next Howie Roseman. Pick him up from accounting. Give me a coach from the G League that nobody knows. I want a young, innovative coach. But watch, it's going to be Bob Myers and Tom Thibodeau. You put it right into my mind, AP. $19.88. Have a good night, man. See you. Eagles saving Philly sports. Yo, if you guys aren't tapped into my Eagles channel, man, check it out. Mods, drop it in the chat. Drop the link tree too, man. Check us out on all socials. Go follow us over there. Drop it in the chat right now, actually. Real says they need to fire Morey and Nurse during halftime. Do you think Daryl Morey's even watching this game, guys? Probably not, right? Sixers were never going to win this game. Don't have enough. Why even talk about firing people? Very good on Tibbs. We're going the Eagles route, fam. Young, says Philly. I do not have a Phillies channel. I have a Sixers NBA channel here and an Eagles channel. And something in the works right now. Something good in the works, but everything takes time. But anyway, we will be back momentarily, and we will try to sit through the rest of this slop. And I appreciate all of you for being here and being a part of the channel as we continue to try our best, man. Sixers Game Day Live, brought to you by National University, powered by Prize Picks. We'll be right back. Maybe we won't. No, we will. Be right back. All right. All right. We are back against our will. Against our will, we are back for the second half of this chaos. Ladies and gentlemen, 76ers down 72-40 in Denver. 11:30 Eastern time. The only good part is that this game has gone pretty quick so far. So let's hope it stays up like that, because we know the result. We know the result. Charles says RB should get combat pay for doing these streams. That's a fact, man. That is a fact for what they've put us through, man. This is like watching the Harlem Globetrotters. It really is, man. We are watching the Globetrotters against the Bad News Bears. We are complaining, but 6 of our top 8 guys aren't playing. Yeah, we know that, man. That's why we're complaining. That's why we're frustrated, bro. We're mad right now. This is what we have to endure. Here we go. Can the Sixers make it any type of game? We'll see, I guess. VJ's got 4 fouls, by the way, in the first half. The Nuggets are full court pressing. That is ridiculous. That's bullying. Dominic Barlow gets fouled by Gordon. They don't call it. Finds Bona under the rim, puts it up and in. Why are the Nuggets full court pressing like this? I don't like this. I don't like this. Here's Jokic guarded by Bona at the top. Jokic. One bounce, going to find Gordon. Gordon at the top, back to Jokic. Jokic against Bona. Turns, fades, kicks it out. Cam Johnson. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Jokic for 3. Just grazes the rim, but it is short. Edwards kicks it up to VJ. VJ guarded by Gordon. VJ going to kick it out to Edwards. Edwards thinking, scanning, looking. Bona, Edwards. Edwards downhill, puts it up mid-range, no good. Bona gets it poked away, and the Nuggets have it. 30-point game. Here's Jamal Murray coming around a high screen off Jokic. Murray kicks out to the corner. Johnson no-dip 3 and drills it. $2 super chat. Jacob, thank you, man. It says Legend of Daryl Morey's Tanking Season 2. It's like a TV show, how you put that. That's what it feels like right now, man. VJ should just get fouled out. He should just hit the showers early. Edwards a 3. He makes it rain on the other end. Okay, Edwards. Okay, Edwards. 30-point game. Here's Jokic, guarded by Bona. Jokic hands it off to Murray. Murray back the other way. Murray going all the way. Bona swats it into next year. Here come the Sixers. Edwards, VJ dumps it. Grimes all the way. Lays it up and in. Yeah. Okay, Q dot. Busy says Jokic will be in his stat pad. Here he is. He's only taken 3 shots. Brown down the lane and slams it down. Here's Justin Edwards. Edwards to Barlow. Now Grimes. Offensive foul on the Sixers. Chad, how are we feeling, man? You guys got the halftime hangover or what? Playing college style in the NBA to start the third is crazy, says Cisco. I agree. That's pretty much bullying. Jokic fouled up top. Bona didn't like the call. It's number 2 on Adem Bona. So now 4 on VJ, 2 on Bona, 2 on Barlow. Refs are playing around at this point, man. I do see a Sixers jersey up behind the bench. Is that William Irvine? Did William listen to me in the chat? Oh no, Joel Embiid just came out from the locker room. Joel just came out and he's getting a lot of boos from the Nuggets fans. That's pretty interesting. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty interesting. There's Justin Edwards, pops up for three, misses it. Bona the rebound, puts it up, and he's fouled. Joel Embiid came out from the locker room to the bench to egg on the Nuggets crowd. What do we think about that? I think Joel Embiid was probably looking at Twitter today and all the weird narratives put out, and he's like, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and mess with them. But I'm like, what's the point, Joe? We're getting manhandled right now. Bona knocks down the first. Can't say he doesn't own real estate in the Nuggets crowd, though. He really does. He really does own real estate. I'm not going to lie. Bona going to knock down a pair, 78-49. Funny thing is that Jokic and Joel are good friends, says Busy. Yeah, they are. Bona with another nice block, this time on Cam Johnson. Here come the 76ers. Edwards to VJ to Barlow under the rim. Slams it down. Sixers down by 27 now. Are they cutting the lead? Jokic to Johnson to Jokic. Jokic behind the head pass to Gordon, out to Brown. Brown steps back, finds Murray, 5 on the shot clock. Brown under the rim, lays it in, beats 2 defenders. RB, did you see where Keith Pompey thought Oubre and Maxey could play with these injuries? He isn't a doctor, but was shocked to hear that. EJ goes all the way, and he's fouled down the lane. Did you see where Keith thought Oubre and Maxey could play with these injuries? No, I didn't see that. I don't know what that means. Like, you're saying he should be playing through them, or he got information that they should be playing? It's kind of interesting, I guess, but I wouldn't risk it, honestly. Then again, Sixers never tell us how extensive an injury is anyway, so we don't really know. Here comes Andre Drummond back in the game. Let's go, Drummond. Piss off Jokic again. Get in his head a little bit. EJ going to knock down a pair. 27-point game. Let's go. Embiid real sicko behavior. Exactly. 4 minutes into this third quarter. Jokic with the rock, guarded by Drummond. Johnson gets the switch on to Drummond. Finds Jokic, guarded by Edwards. Now the Sixers bring a double team. They leave a wide open shooter, and Gordon makes him pay. It's got to be something that Nurse tells them to do. He tells them to double that high post every time. Can't do it against the best offense in the NBA, though. Barlow drives, steps back. Drummond under the rim, floats it up, got it to go. Okay, Drummond. Show me what's in that bag, Drummond. Here's Aaron Gordon against Edwards. Finds Jokic. Jokic all the way. Scoops it up and in. Jokic makes it look too easy there. 30-point game. Grimes going to turn, spin, find Drummond. They're leaving him wide open. Shoot it, Drummond. He tried to wing it to the corner, and the ball went bouncing 12 rows into the stands. Pompey said these are the types of injuries that guys typically play through. That was the extent. Well, yeah, we just don't know how serious they are because the Sixers like to conceal pretty much every injury. So I think the Maxey one is really tricky, to be honest. We don't really know. 312 people still in the live chat, you absolute psychos. Hit the like button. Get us to 300 likes right now. We do this every game. Sixers Game Day Live, brought to you by National University, powered by the Prize Picks app. Once again, shout out to Prize Picks. Download the Prize Picks app. Use code CLNS. Get $50 instantly when you put down your first 5 on a lineup. Once again, $50 in lineups after you play your first 5. Shout out to Prize Picks. Use code CLNS. Let's get some emojis going in the chat, man. Let's get some fires. I know this is like hard to sit through. But hey, we're doing it. If somebody's doing it, we are doing it. That is a fact. We are doing it. Pretty sure the Cavaliers won that game, right? I think so. Spurs are up big on the Kings. That game's already in the third quarter, man. Cavs are up. That game's about to go to the fourth. The Cavs won. Yeah, the Cavs won. A lot of blowouts. Minnesota beat Phoenix. Who do you guys think's making the finals? Who do we think is making the finals? Shout out to Dom, still in here rocking with us. Busy in the chat. Scum in the chat. Cisco in the chat. Riaz in the chat. What brings you guys here, man? Why are you still up watching this game with me? It's crazy how it feels like the Sixers are like hanging in there by like 30, you know? Like they're like doing their best to keep it a 30-point game. This game's probably going to get out of reach soon and drop to like 50. Spurs and Thunder. Well, I don't think the Spurs and Thunder can both make the finals, but Western Conference, yeah. Spurs definitely a finals lock-in. Detroit, Thunder and Celtics, OKC and the Pistons, Celtics and Spurs. Ooh, a lot of good picks in the chat. A lot of good picks. Yeah, I still think my favorites to get to the finals is probably OKC and Celtics. But I think I'm still leaning towards the Spurs making a run and beating OKC. But OKC just has too much depth. So they're probably still the favorite. But Spurs are close behind. Edwards to VJ. VJ around the screen. Going to drive. Mid-range. Pull up. It's in and out. Nuggets have it. Here we go. 30-point game. I don't know how to not watch Sixers basketball. That's a great way to put it, man. Great way to put it. Jokic only has 5 boards right now, too. Here's Aaron Gordon backing down VJ. And he carried it. He carried it. RB, this team is like addicting when they are losing. I can't get enough as a fan. This team is frustrating. Yeah, I agree. I agree, man. I'm from Canada. Been watching for 3 years. Let's go, man. Shout out to Canada. Grimes pulls up a midi. Can't get it. Crazy part is the Sixers have no backups tonight to really put in a garbage lineup. Christian Brown, wide open layup. We're going to see Kyle Lowry minutes probably in the fourth. I still think they should try to get everybody fouled out. Play with like 3 players just for the fun of it. BJ to Edwards. Edwards for 3. Short again. I don't think I've seen Nick Nurse get off the bench one time tonight. I think he just came in knowing it was a scheduled loss. He's like, screw this. Let's just get beat by 50. Gordon all the way, puts it up, missed it. How many did they lose by in that game last year? Was it like 41 or something, if I remember? BJ falls to the ground. Here's Grimes one-on-one. Grimes, nobody's even setting him a screen anymore. You got a foul. There's our boy Kyle. He's back in the game. There he is. Let's go, Lowry. Drummond, I guess 2012. Drummond misses the floater. Drummond puts it up, misses it again. He's batting at it like he's trying to swat a fly. Here come the Nuggets. Brown to the corner. Hardaway up top. Wide open. Wide open. Misses a three. Cameron Payne going to step back. Drummond up top. Drummond. Barlow turns, hooks it up and in. I'm still cracking up that Joel Embiid came out from the locker room to eat snacks on the bench and troll the crowd. Is Joel even serious, man? So Joel just like watches the games back behind the scenes now. Jokic drives the lane, floats it up and in. Busy says, did anybody pick up Eric Gordon or did he fade away in the wind? Did he get waived by the Grizzlies? I don't even know. Grimes goes all the way. Fouled and one. Gotta hit the horn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, man. 310 people in here. Get us to 300 likes somehow. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's go, man. Let's do it, man. Yeah. Grimes misses the free throw. Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Joel eating candies in the back. Exactly, bro. He was just chilling. He's like, let me go out there and let me go mess with the crowd. Grimes going to knock down the second. 29-point game. Hardaway Jr. going to find Christian Brown. Kicks over to Jones. Back to Hardaway. Jokic. Nuggets making it look too easy. Jokic turns, floats it up and in. 91-60. Well, at least we haven't seen Jalen Pickett tonight. Probably see him in the fourth. And Peyton Watson's out. So let's go, Lowry. Cook, Kyle. Cook. Yeah, Kyle. Yeah, Kyle. Throws it into the teeth of the defense. Turned it over. 3-on-2. Murray. Hardaway. 3-ball. Missed it. Three-ball campaign, nothing but air and a little bit of the rim. Brown up the floor, misses the reverse. Barlow drives into Jones, picks up an offensive foul. This one's brutal, man. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Not gonna lie. If the Nets came back, we can come back. Let's go, Busy. Keeping us locked in. Busy Beast is still believing. Busy B is believing. This might be one of our better third quarters, says John. If this is our better third quarter, then we are the worst team ever. Hardaway for 3. Missed it again. Cameron Payne going to find Andre Drummond. Drummond. Watford. Watford against Hardaway. Beauchamp. Beauchamp for 3. Yeah. Jokic to Brown. Sixers are in a zone. And they leave a wide open shooter in the corner. Brown for 3, and it's money. Sixers literally just watched a guy shoot a wide open 3. 5 guys did not try to go after that shooter. Now they're going to leave Drummond wide open for 3. Drummond. Okay, Drum. Okay, Drum. Let him know, Drummond. Let him know, Drum. Jokic to Brown. Stolen away by Kyle Lowry. Lowry up the floor. Beauchamp. He's wide open for three. Cha-ching! 25-point game. We are back. It is a ball game. Drummond fouls Jokic. I don't think I've ever seen an NBA game like this where both teams are literally not even trying, bro. They're like running cardio. These teams are running cardio. I've never seen this, bro. Nah, this is crazy, man. These teams are running cardio, bro. Sixers have scored 29 in the third quarter. Let's go. You absolute psychos. Melo, chill out, man. I'm the one that timed you out, bro. Because you're being annoying. Somehow you got gifted a membership and you're a troll. So we don't have time for you tonight, bro. We're all trying to suffer through this game together. We're watching our team get smacked around. So lay off Busy B. Busy's one of our best moderators. Holds it down in the chat. Crazy, man. I can't believe this is my life right now. Midnight calling a game where Kyle Lowry is trying to cook. I don't even know what else I could say about this game right now. That's how bad it's gotten. Maybe the Sixers can make a comeback here, though. Mile high cardio isn't easy. That's what I said at the beginning, man. They're over there hitting the oxygen cans on the bench, bro. They're gassed. That's why they're trying to foul out and get out of here, man. That's why Nick Nurse hasn't got off the bench yet. He's going to lose his breath. At least the Sixers are winning the third quarter. They are winning the third quarter, in fact. Sixers are winning the third quarter, in fact. Jokic looks like he's ready for a burger and a nap. Here are the 76ers down 25. Bruce Brown floats it up, misses it. Drummond gets the board. Here's Watford now. Watford pushing the pace. Throws it right back to the defense. Stolen by Denver. Brown up the floor, and he is fouled by Kyle, 40 years old Lowry. I would love to know what Kyle Lowry is thinking. He's like, all right, I'm going to take my $2 million. I'm a part-time NBA Amazon Prime analyst. I'm a part-time player. The team calls upon me when everybody gets hurt. I have no skill left in my game. And I'm just going to go out there for 2 games or 3 games in the season and just and run cardio. Like, is that fun, Kyle? Like, this is an honest question. This is an honest question. Like, Kyle, you got to go to all the practices. You got to show up to the team meetings. You got to be up every day at like 9 a.m. to go to shoot around. Is that fun, Kyle? Wouldn't you rather just make $1 million being a prime analyst only? Beauchamp misses a 3-ball. Here come the Nuggets. By the way, why does Valanciunas kind of look like Jason Kelsey? Sixers steal it away and a late whistle. 5 on VJ Edgecombe. One more and he's out. Kyle Lowry should join the Wizards. There's no point, man. There's no point. He's 38, my bad. It looks like he's 48. Kyle Lowry needs some oxygen. He really does. He really does. Kyle Lowry's probably struggling tonight, man. Give him that oxygen boost can. It's just a lot of, I don't think the normal Joe realizes how much, not only do they play the games, right, but they got to travel every 2 days. They have to sleep in a new bed, be away from their fams. Yeah, they make a lot of money and all, but, they got to put in the work, hit the weight room every day, shoot around, team meetings. That's a lot for a 38-year-old man who doesn't play. I guess he was just like, listen, I'll take $2 million. No problem. As the Nuggets picked up another tech and Payne going to miss the free throw anyway. Why even hit the free throw, you know? Why is an assistant coach on the floor playing ball, says Don Boyle. Kyle's been playing so long, it's part of his regimen. I don't think so. I think he just wanted the $2 million. Watford going to kick it out to Drummond. Drummond for 3. Missed it. Watford got shoved on the rebound. No call. In for the first time is Julian Strother now. Hardaway kicks it to Strother. Bruce Brown, Jonas Valanciunas, Spencer Jones. It's crazy how you can see the Nuggets just playing around and the Sixers are actually trying, but Valanciunas fades away, gets the jumper to go. Drummond is mad at it. 10 seconds to go here in the third. Watford downhill. He's going to drive all the way, go up, and he's fouled. Why do we keep fouling everybody? Kyle was in Nova when T-Pain was making hits. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. That's why you put Lowry next to a guy like Jared McCain. McCain's trying to get him to make TikToks, and Lowry's like, what the heck? Obviously, he played along with it, but it's hilarious, bro. It's hilarious, man. Watford going to knock down 2 at the line. Eight seconds to go. Both teams in the bonus. Will the Sixers foul again? Beauchamp. Bruce Brown step back 3. It's blocked. Drummond full court heave. Throws it into another universe. That will take us to the end of the third quarter. It is 100-71. Chad, I have an honest question for you. Can the Sixers make the comeback of the century? Can the 76ers make the comeback of the century? That is my question. Let me know your predictions in the chat if the Sixers can make it happen. Before we get into this crazy fourth quarter, one more shout out to our great partners of the show. Did you know at National University that 70% of all college students today are working while in school? NU is one of the few that gets that. You don't have to choose between school and life. You don't have to put your life on pause to learn. Everything nowadays is multiple. You can do a lot of things at once. You can learn in so many different ways. And that's why NU offers the most comprehensive degree and program options in the U.S. for working and non-traditional students. Quick 4 and 8 week online courses designed to help you balance work life and school. They are invested in your education and seeing you thrive. Apply to National University's Year of You Scholarship. Get up to $6,000 per year on a bachelor's or master's degree. National University helps you live your life and achieve your goals. Last year, they awarded $50 million plus in scholarships. And if you want to get schooled the way the Sixers have tonight, click the link down in the description. Check out all their flexible curriculum and program offerings and get more information today. Thank you to National University, a proud partner of Philly Take with RB for the last 2 seasons, and the partner of our great Sixer Scholars trivia question every single game. John says they can make a comeback. I fear that we'll leave a wide open shooter in the corner. We'll never fully get there. 45-point fourth quarter incoming. Dom, you are hilarious. Let's ride off into Delulu land. Let's go. I can't believe you guys are still up, man. Y'all are the real MVPs, man. Let's go. The Sixers won the third quarter, baby. They won the third quarter, man. Let's see. Sixers going to win by 30. Let's go. Let's go. This is how we have to make ourselves enjoy the rest of this game somehow. And because we're psychos, we're going to do a 15-minute post-game show too. It's going to be crazy. What else? Checking in to see how bad it is. Oh, it's bad, man. It's bad, baby. Guys, click the link tree that Busy Bee is dropping in the chat. Follow us on all socials. Give more than just my Sixers takes on these other platforms. Guys, what do we think about expansion in the NBA? We didn't talk about that tonight. What do we think about that? Maybe I'll start covering the Seattle Supersonics. Ben says we won the third quarter. Anything can happen. Bruce Brown going to find Jonas Valanciunas to begin the fourth. He goes up against Drummond. Left it short. Sixers get it. Campaign up to Beauchamp. Beauchamp drives, floats it up, and in. 27-point game. We just got, what, a delay of game? Come on, bro. Way too mellow. What's good, Philly RB, longtime viewer? We know damn well you're not a longtime viewer. But thank you for being here. As long as you're not being annoying, you could stay. Lowry to Campaign. Here we go. Cameron Payne up the floor. Guarded by Bruce Brown. Campaign coming around a screen. Payne, the mid-range, short again. Valanciunas going to hand it off to Hardaway. Hardaway coming around a screen. Hardaway gets fouled. Why do the 76ers just keep fouling, bro? Like, stop fouling. Or are you guys that bad that you can't play defense? They probably go to Vegas first. Apparently, there's going to be 2 new NBA franchises coming in 2028. Most likely going to be Vegas and Seattle. I actually saw this diagram. It was like every team plotted on a map. I actually never really looked at it that way. And one team's going to have to move into the Eastern Conference. Hate to tell you guys, it's going to be Minnesota. Anthony Edwards in the Eastern Conference. Can you guys imagine that? I wish I had the photo to pull up, but it was very interesting. It's either going to be Minnesota or New Orleans, probably. But it's going to be Anthony Edwards in the East, which is not good. Beauchamp knocks down the midi. I never realized how the Minnesota Timberwolves were right next to a bunch of Eastern Conference teams. There's a floater from Spencer Jones. It's almost like the It's almost like the Houston Astros when they used to be in the National League in baseball. Now they're in the American League. There's Drummond for 3. Can't get it. Drummond's just out here having fun. Drummond's having fun. Strawther coming around his screen. He's going to drive. Valanciunas puts it up. Bounces out. Nuggets try to get it back. They can't. Also, I've heard a couple other proposals. I want to know your guys' thoughts on this since this game is boring anyway. Hold on, I'll tell you guys at the next stoppage. I got 2 proposals for you, and I want to know if you would like them or not, as Watford is fouled and a perfect timing. Proposal number 1 is the following. What if the NBA adds these 2 new teams to get to 32, and they get rid of conferences in general, and it's just 32 teams, and the top, what do we have now? 8 teams, 8. The top 16 get in the playoffs. 32 teams, no more conferences, top 16. The other proposal, number 2, which I think it would be funny, is we actually use divisions. In case you guys didn't know, divisions are a thing. Do I think I could name every division? I don't know if I could at this point because divisions are literally not used. But what if we go to like actual divisions like the NFL and the MLB and we have like really like good division rivals? That would be my other thing. It would be what, 8 divisions of 4? You know, we'd have 32 teams. So those are the 2 proposals. Do you like either one of them or would you still want to just keep 2 conferences? Give me your thoughts. Here's Andre Drummond after Watford hit. I think he hit the free throws. I don't even know. Watford kicks out the Beauchamp. Beauchamp a 3. It's in and out. Here's Tyus Jones, who doesn't actually play a ton. I'm surprised. I thought Jones would get more minutes, but here's Valanciunas. Valanciunas going to hand it off to Tyus Jones. Jones to Brown. Brown to Valanciunas. Pump fakes, goes up, misses it, and he's fouled again. So again, proposal number 1, 1 conference, 32 teams, top 16 make the playoffs, or we go to 8 divisions of 4 teams in each division. Or do we just keep it the way it is right now? I want your guys' thoughts in the chat. We got 300 plus in here. Let's go. Give me some thoughts. Dom says, is that clickbait? What is clickbait? The only other guy to lead the league in assists and rebounds in the same season as Wilt Chamberlain. Jokic is on pace to do it right now. Second one, missed by Valanciunas. I'm looking at the map I was talking about. Yeah, so honestly, man, I think the divisions could work, though. I think it could. Here's a step back from Dalen Terry. And then you could have, what's it called? You could have, like, if you, let's say you play a team 4 times a year, you could play them, like, division-wise. You could just go back-to-back in the division. I don't know if it'd have the same kind of, like, impact or significance as like a football matchup or something, but I do think the divisions would be pretty fun. But I also think the best team should be in the playoffs. If we get rid of the conferences, we'd probably see 2 teams out west be in the finals every year. Probably, for now. First one, missed by Valanciunas again. I like the second option, NFC East for the Eagles. That would make the matchups more intense and fun. Yeah, exactly. I agree. How old is Valanciunas, by the way? Dude's been around for a minute. First round pick, I'm going to say in 2010? 2011. Damn, I was close. 5th overall pick in 2011. 13th season. He's 33. I thought he was like 36. Got another foul. Bro, stop calling fouls, man. Minnesota, Memphis, and New Orleans should be added to the East. They only have to add one team, though. NFL is king. Make the format similar to that 4 divisions. Free throw is missed. I'm sorry, the shot was missed. Here are the the Nuggets. 3-ball, Strawther missed it. Valanciunas again throws it off of Beauchamp out of bounds. And it is going to be Nuggets basketball. Who would the Sixers rival be? If they did the division thing, it would probably be Sixers, Knicks, Celtics, and either Raptors or Nets in one division. And there's a 3-ball from Denver. They are now up by 30 again. 8 to go. Watford around a screen. He just carried. They didn't even call it. Gets his own rebound. Watford airballed a floater and got his own rebound. And it is a travel. 314 people in the chat. Get us to 300. We're almost there. What about 4 divisions of 8? Playoffs similar to the NHL. Interesting. I guess I'd have to look at it geographically. I don't really like divisions of 8, though. I feel like that's too much in my opinion. But yeah. I like the 4 better. Here's Valanciunas going to find Bruce Brown. Bruce Brown guarded by Dalen Terry. Here is Tyus Jones, now Valanciunas. Barlow is in playing the center. Once again, where the heck is Barlow? Instead of where's Waldo, it should be where's Barlow. Nice block by Watford at the rim. Nuggets get it back off the turnover. Now 2 guys are fighting Barlow. Valanciunas takes it away, goes up, and he's... Dude, he is getting harassed. He wanted a foul. He definitely should have gotten a foul. He's literally bleeding from the chest. Valanciunas has blood gushing out of his chest. And no foul was called. These boys are roughing him up, bro. Valanciunas is not a guy that I would want to mess with in real life. Like, if I saw I feel like I'd see Valanciunas at like a pub or something and he'd just be down in beers, and he's not a guy I'd want to mess with. Scum says, leave it the way it is. Don't need any changes. What a game this is, man. So, yeah, one division would be Clippers, Lakers, Kings, Warriors. Then you'd have Rockets, Thunder, Mavericks, Spurs, probably. Magic, Heat, Hawks, and Hornets. Raptors, Sixers, Knicks, Celtics, or Sixers, Knicks, Nets, Celtics. But then you got like these floaters like the Wizards and teams like that. So I don't know. I'd have to look at it as the Nuggets score again. Watford dribbling downhill, lose it again, and he's fouled. Yeah, Watford is like... Can you guys hear me in the chat? Can you hear me? Drop a 1 if you can hear me in the live chat. That was so weird, man. My system over here just disconnected randomly. Maybe that was a sign from the basketball lords. They were like, yo, go to bed, bro. I don't even know. That was odd. But anyway, we're still here pushing. Guys, it is 12:15 in the morning. Can't say the grind isn't real, man. 400 people in the chat. Get us to 300 likes, man. We need 20 more. Hit the thumbs up. 300 for the grind. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's still in the live chat with me, man. You guys are MVPs. MVPs. Get us to 52-3 tonight. We need 22 more. Let's go. I have an honest question for you guys too, man. If I ended up making a different channel to talk about like more NBA stuff, would you guys tap into that? Because like I said, we're going to be live streaming a ton of games during the playoffs like we did last year. We're going to grow this channel tremendously, but would you guys tap into a separate channel with more NBA talk? I like talking about different NBA stuff, man. A lot of people have been hitting me up recently. They've been watching some of the shorts I'm putting up on IG and TikTok. They're like, yo, you got to make this like a show, man. Would y'all sub to that second channel? Been watching a lot of NBA, man. I feel like I have more to offer. And the Sixers are hard to talk about, man. You guys can always tap into my Eagles channel too, man, where I talk Eagles football. Busy says, no, I need a triple-double from Jokic. What is he? He only has 8 points? Dang. The Nuggets, I guess, took him out. Like I said, guys, in the meantime, though, I really feel like some of y'all would benefit from like checking out the other social platforms where we do talk about some of these other things. Especially if you're bored with the Sixers talk right now. But look, man, I love the community we've built, man. The fact that we can be in here at 12:30 in the morning, have hundreds of people in here watching this with us, man, as bad as it is crazy. Crazy, man. Can we get memberships and perks? You mean like on a new channel, Dom? Is that what you mean? Tyus Jones, guarded by Justin Edwards, coming around a screen, kicks it over to Strother. I think that's Zeke Naji in the game now, who had 24 off the bench, or 21 off the bench last time. Another bucket for the Nuggets. 32-point game now. I said it would be a 19-point win. It's 32 right now. Beauchamp for three. Cha-ching. Chit. Valanciunas guarded by Watford. And another foul. I've been a Sixers fan since 1990. This is the worst max money team I've ever seen, says Richard. Tyus Jones going to drive, kick it out to Strother. Strother floats it up short. Sixers have it. They have 82 points currently. Can they hit 100? That is the question right now. Edwards going to pop a contested three. That one's way off. Hope my guy William Irvine left the floor early. Left the game. Here's another three by Denver. Tyus Jones again. 32-point game. Terry going downhill. Full head of steam. Finds Barlow under the rim and slams it down. You know what, man? I don't like how Nurse is treating Dominic Barlow. He's treating him like he's a third stringer. He's treating him like another guy. Like, why is Barlow in the game right now? He should not be in. Valanciunas hands it off to Strother. Back to Valanciunas. Gets absolutely ripped by Watford. No whistle, though. Refs have gone quiet. Barlow down the lane. Slams it on the other end. Hit that 300 thumbs up, man. Let's go. Hit the thumbs up. We're still in here rocking. 5 to go on this brutal game. Here's Zeke Naji posting up Dominic Barlow. Puts it up and in. Valanciunas is getting held by Trendon Watford. Dude, they are beating up on Valanciunas right now. Watford to Terry. Terry going to put a contested three up. Way short. How can Nurse just let this happen, dude? How can he just, like, not care? He's over there sleeping on the bench. Reverse layup missed by Denver. No whistle again. No more fouls in this game. None. Beauchamp. Edwards. Easy lay-in. 116 to 88. 28-point game. Can't believe we all stayed up for this, man. Valanciunas going to dribble and drive. This post-game show is going to be very, very minimal tonight. Probably 15 minutes most. See what happens. What did I say the final score was going to be? I think I said 128 to 109. Yeah. Honestly, nah, Sixers not going to get 109. Denver could get 128, though. Joel Embiid is still over on the bench next to Tyrese Maxey. Maxey's starting to wear that bling bling, you know what I'm saying? Maxey's starting to look like a Max star. Joel just wears his gray sweatpants and his gray hoodie. Every time. Valanciunas going to miss the free throw. See, Joel's my type of vibe, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to start spitting life knowledge on you guys and girls at 12:30 a.m., but oh wow, those are nice kicks. Who's wearing those? Is that what's his name? Jalen Pickett? He's on the floor now. Jalen Pickett is on the floor, ladies and gentlemen. He had a career high against the Sixers last time. Here's Zeke Naji for three. No good. Sixers get the rebound. Terry downhill, lays it up and in. Kind of a half dunk. Kind of not. Three ball, Tyus Jones does not go. Dalen Terry kicks it back to Watford. Lowry and Drummond are in this game as well. Watford drives, lays it in. 92 points. Let's go. This is so much fun, guys and girls. We're 8 likes away. We're 8 more away. Will we wake up the neighbors at 1 in the morning? That is the question. Tyus Jones, pump fake, kick. Najee, Pickett. Strawther wide open for a corner three. Dude, the Sixers are still helping on defense. Are you guys stupid and don't realize? And why is Nurse calling a timeout, man? Joel's hoodie says the process on it. We are still going through the process. We are going through the mental process of trying to process. Oh, man. It's really crazy, man. Like, Sixers are going to be 37-32. I feel like this season has gone fast but slow. I can't believe I've streamed as many games as I have already this season. I feel like there's been like 5 different phases of this team. I feel like 2 months ago, I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, this team looks amazing. And then everybody goes down one by one, the trade deadline, and like, wow, man. And then I'm like, wow, we have 13 games left. Sixers leave a corner 3 open 15 times a game. They really do. They really do. Guys, we have 299 likes. Who's going to be number 300? Who's going to be number 300? August 10th, maybe in July, whenever we traded Iggy and Drew, that will be the process 14th anniversary. That's crazy, bro. We really didn't know what was in store, man. I just want to see this team be good. Sixers, if you guys are going to do this BS next year, can you at least like just either pick a side from the beginning? Like 37-32 is like the most mid-team record ever. Crazy, man. If you are still in the chat, drop a yes, sir. We just hit 300. We're going to, I guess, hopefully not try to wake up the neighbors too much because they will be mad, bro. But we got to do it for the show, bro. You got a sleeping baby like that guy in the chat last game, you better cover their ears. Let's go, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Wake them up. Let's go, baby. Sixers are down 28. Beauchamp is wide open. He dribbles. He drives. Beauchamp in traffic misses the layup. Strawther coming around a screen. Strawther floats it up. It's short. Sixers have it. Can they crack 100? They need 8 more points. Lowry pops a 3. Short. And Lowry fouls him on the other end. Lowry, you are a psycho. He's just trolling at this point, man. He's trolling. I cannot wait till these West Coast games are done, man. 2 more to go. I can deal with the West Coast watching like last time, you know, when the Sixers were actually like winning games. But now they're making us stay up to watch this. Dang, Maxi's got the chains, the watch, the glasses, and the beanie. Yo, Maxi, you got to be careful, brother. Got to be careful. There's Drummond. Drummond to Terry. 1:30 to go in the 4th. Beauchamp against Spencer Jones. Terry going to find Watford. Watford to Drummond. Drummond slams it down. Three ball from Denver, and it's money. 124-94. I'm getting pretty close on the Denver score, man. Said they'd have 128. Three ball from Beauchamp, no good. Terry tried to save it. It's out of bounds. Boy, I am looking forward to breaking down this game. Sixers are going to fall to 17-16 on the road. Can't get any more mid than this. Terry wide open on the other end. One-handed dunk, 96 points. Can they get to 100? Thank y'all for getting us the 300 thumbs up. Y'all are amazing, man. Appreciate y'all. Tune in every game with us. Suffer with us. Maxi looking like a star, says Scum. It's got to be careful. We're going to run the clock out. So it's going to be 124-96, the final. It's going to be a 28-point win. I thought it'd be a 19, 28. Joel Embiid comes out for half the game to eat snacks on the bench. And he gets booed by the crowd. Andre Drummond pisses off Nikola Jokic. Those were the highlights of the night. All right, man. Thank you to the partners of the show, National Prize Picks, for making it possible. Thank you to the members, the mods, and everybody else in between. We're not even going to waste any time. We are going to go set up the quick post game. Be back in a few minutes. Then we'll break it down, and then we will forget this game ever happened. We will forget this game ever happened. Chat, appreciate y'all, man. Post game coming up next. We have to do it because we are psychos. Don't go anywhere. Philly Take with RB. Post game is next. All right. Welcome in Sixers Postgame Psycho Live Show. That's what I'm calling it because, yeah, if you're a psycho like myself and you are up right now at almost 1 a.m. to listen to this postgame analysis, which will be very condensed and very short, you deserve a lot of credit. So shout out to you. You're a psycho in a good way. The 76ers get absolutely plastered by the Denver Nuggets as expected. If you thought there was any way in the world that they were going to win this game, you are out of your mind. But with that being said, I would like to talk about a few different things, a couple things I saw on the floor, and also a couple funny things as well to try to lighten the mood on what has just been a horrendous stretch. No real updates on any players other than Joel Embiid participated in shoot around. Hopefully he can get out there soon. We will talk about Joel Embiid. We will talk about all of it. But what I want to know from you in the chat is the following as we are here once again at 1 a.m. almost on a Tuesday night. First game of a 3-game West Coast trip here near the tail end of the season. 13 games to go. And the Sixers get absolutely smoked by the number one offense, Denver Nuggets. This is the Sixers post-game live show presented by Prize Picks. So before I give you my quick hitting analysis and thoughts, got to give a shout out to the great Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, download the Prize Picks app and check them out because the playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops are finally here. We have March Madness this week. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on the high-flying hoops action than Prize Picks, where it always feels good to be right. Every bucket, every dime, and every win means more when you're playing on Prize Picks. They have a brand new Team Picks Markets now where you can pick game winners, spreads, and totals on top of all the player picks that you already know. So cash in if you're right during all the clutch buckets, slam dunks, and Cinderella moments this spring with Team Picks on Prize Picks. Ladies and gentlemen, Team Picks has made the watching experience so much more enjoyable. I know on Prize Picks because you can now root for your team, right? You can cash in if you make the right picks, or in an instance like tonight, if you're talking with your buddies, you're in your group chat, you're like, hey, just go pick the Nuggets. We already know that they're going to win tonight. Like I had a friend who was like, yeah, I can't believe you're staying up to watch that game, but I'm going to download Prize Picks and I'm going to go with all my Nuggets picks tonight because we know the Sixers have no chance. You can pick the opposing teams when you know the Sixers are trotting all their backups out there. With Team Picks, you can also pick who's going to win the league overall, MVP, and other awards as well. It's just another way to pick sports that you love, all on Prize Picks. Team Picks are now available in 35 states, including Cali, Texas, Georgia, Washington, and more. So download the Prize Picks app today. Use code CLNS, get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Once again, that is code CLNS, get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Shout out to Prize Picks. It is good to be right, but boy, it was not good to be right tonight. And I knew it on the pregame show. I said, look, man, 76ers are not winning this game. Not a chance. I picked them to lose by 19. They lose by 28. It was not fun. No part of this game was enjoyable. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and break down the whole thing because it was not fun. There were a couple adjustments that needed to be made that did not. Would it have mattered? Probably not. But the Sixers are now 37-32. And before we talk about a little bit of the game stuff, two things that I thought were hilarious, right? Because let's be honest. We knew the 76ers were not winning this game, down every player. The Nuggets have the best offense in the NBA. And not only did the Sixers pretty much just trot around all game, but the Nuggets were going half speed and pretty much bullying the Sixers. But the funniest parts of the night were, number one, early in the game, Andre Drummond is just pissing off Nikola Jokic, hand on his chest, hand on his side, on his back. Jokic is shoving him away. If Joel Embiid had shoved defenders away, imagine what the NBA world would be saying. But they let Jokic get away with whatever. And I thought it was absolutely comical. A guy like Andre Drummond, who at this point just doesn't really care that much, and he is getting at Jokic. He's getting inside his head, and Nick Nurse goes to call Drummond off the floor, and Drummond waves him off, says, nope, I'm not coming out, puts his hand on Jokic again, and just pisses him off. A couple plays before that, we go down the floor after Jokic thought there was going to be a foul, and he pretty much bear hugs Andre Drummond so that the game will stop to get an intentional foul. That way he can whine more at the referee that did not give him the foul just to pick up a technical and then get benched by his coach. I thought it was hilarious. And then later on in the game in the third quarter, emerging out of the shadows is Joel Embiid in a gray sweatsuit, and he goes onto the bench. But before he does that, he looks up at the Nuggets crowd and he eggs on their booze. And they're all yelling at him, screaming stuff, and he just eggs them on. Now, part of me says, what's the point, Joel? We want to see you out on the floor. Do you just watch all the games behind the scenes at this point? So it was a little confusing. But on top of that, past the question of if it was really necessary, yeah, it just shows how much real estate Joel owns in the Nuggets fan base's head. Because, once again, they're coming up with all these dumb narratives. Oh, he doesn't play in Denver in 7 years and this and that. The guy's been hurt every year. He doesn't care what is being said. He just wants to be Troel. He just wants to have a little bit of fun. So Joel comes trotting out, probably eating snacks on the bench, and he just pisses off the fans, which made it a little bit lighter on a night where we knew the Sixers were going to get demolished as they did. So those were really the two highlights of the night. Other than that, Kyle Lowry played a lot of minutes tonight, played 18. The Sixers had no garbage lineup. Their backups were the garbage lineup. Their second unit was the garbage lineup. That's how thin this team is right now. They had absolutely no chance. We'll run down a couple quick numbers just to put into perspective how bad this game was. I actually screenshotted it at halftime, just to make it a note here on the postgame. At halftime, the Nuggets were shooting 57% from the field, 53 from three, while the Sixers were shooting 32 from the field and 16 from three. And also the Nuggets had 20 assists on 25 made shots at halftime, and they were out rebounding the Sixers 32-18. So then we fast forward to the end of the game, and if we look at the damage that was done in this one, the Denver Nuggets shoot 50% from the field for an entire 2.5-hour game. The Sixers shoot 39. The Nuggets shot 48 from three, while the Sixers were at 22. The Denver Nuggets had over double the amount of free throws. They had 53 boards compared to 42 for the Sixers. And they had 35 total assists on 43 made shots. Do you know how insane that is, ladies and gentlemen? Let's really put that into perspective. Why were the Denver Nuggets getting so many assists on shots? Let's think about it logically. I don't mean to harp on the same thing that I do every single game, but it is because of the same thing that I harp on every single game. And I know you're probably, if you're listening back to this pod, by the way, if you're listening on audio, make sure to give us a review and a rating. But if you're listening here on YouTube, you already know what I'm going to say. There's no point in me saying it. Why were there 35 assists on 43 made shots? You guessed it, because they are overhelping on defense and leaving wide open shooters. How many times can I think of tonight, whether it was Aaron Gordon, whether it was Christian Brown, whether it was Cameron Johnson, whether it was Jamal Murray, Tim Hardaway, it doesn't matter who it was. The 76ers continued to go at Jokic or Gordon or whoever it was in the high post. And every time the Nuggets, who average 120 plus per game, were able to easily read that, because the Sixers don't make any adjustments, and find the open shooter. They had many possessions where the ball moved 3 or 4 swift passes right to an open shooter, and the Sixers let it open. It's very shocking to me that at this point in time, Nick Nurse and the coaching staff, and even the players, right? Like at some point, we also have to look at the players. How do you guys continue to do this? You are professionals. I know some guys are G leaguers at best. They're not made for the league. I get it, right? They're just bare minimum players. But I could go to the street courts and they know what I'm talking about. You guys and girls in the chat know what I'm talking about if you've played the game or are watching these games. I mean, everybody in the live chat is blurting it out. So how can the coach not correct these things? I don't understand it. But what I can understand is that because they're not correcting it, the Nuggets get wide open shots. Every time Jokic had 14 dimes. I would love to know how many of those dimes resulted in a wide open three. Probably over half of them because it was that easy. And while you got blown out by the Nuggets, Jokic only shot the ball 7 times. He had 8 points. He was flustered a lot of the night. He had 14 dimes, though, and 7 boards. Kind of went half speed. This entire game, if you stayed up to watch it, was not only psychotic, but it looked like the Nuggets were the big bully and the Sixers were the kid getting their lunch money stolen, and they knew it was going to happen. Like every day, you go to lunch, go to the cafeteria, you knew your money was going to get stolen, and there was nothing you could do about it. The Nuggets looked like they were playing practice style tonight. Like they didn't even look like they were going 100%. They were just having fun, easy bucket after bucket after bucket. I'm not going to sit here and roast Nick Nurse tonight because of the lineup he had and the guys available. But my gosh, man. I mean, how bad can the lineup get? In the second quarter, you had Lowry, Grimes, Edwards, Terry, and Bona as your 5. That might be the worst lineup of the season. I think we can pretty much pencil that one in as the worst lineup of the season. How is that even a possible lineup? We always say, where's Waldo, right? How about where's Barlow? I know he played 27 minutes tonight, but for the important stretches of the game, I'm not talking about garbage time in the fourth. Barlow plays the first 7 minutes of the game, and then he goes out for like 12. Why? Now, look, I'm not going to sit here and say he wasn't getting cooked by Gordon. Gordon had the first 9 of the game, or like first 9 of 12. But Barlow can actually do some of the little things. He had 9 boards today. He was the second leading Sixers rebounder outside of Drummond, who had 10. He had 4 assists, and he tries. He gives effort, man. So why was Barlow, and why is he always taken out of the game and he never comes back in proper timing? I don't get that. Quentin Grimes, 12 points, 5 of 12. Not an efficient Grimes game. Just completely did the opposite after I started giving him credit. This always happens. I give Grimes credit, and then he plays and has a stinker. VJ had a real stinker tonight. 3 of 12. Every one of his shots for him, honestly, the whole team, every shot came up like 5 feet short. They all hit the front rim. Watford, VJ, Grimes. They just couldn't get into space. And again, going back to Nick Nurse, I feel like I saw a lot of the same things we saw before the last couple games, where they're stagnant on offense. They don't run around. They don't move. One screen actions, guy gets into the mid-range, gets flustered, and either throws it to the teeth of the defense, turns it over, misses an easy shot, and the 76ers just had nothing. Really, the only guy that played well is probably Marjon Beauchamp, who is showing me stuff as a young player. I was excited to see Edwards. I was giving him a lot of credit. He had a pretty rough night. 11, 5, and 3, 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 7 from deep. Sixers did nothing to get any shooters open, no creativity, no plays. And Marjon Beauchamp had 16 points, 4 triples off the bench. But again, a lot of it was in like garbage time. I feel like the Nuggets didn't even really apply pressure. They are a good team, but it just goes to show how down bad the Sixers team is right now, man. Really, really bad. Cameron Payne, 2 of 11 off the bench. Watford had 3 blocks and a steal, but I don't want to pick anybody apart specifically. But again, going back to the numbers, man, like holy smokes. Sixers got picked apart. in every aspect. There was one possession early in the game where the 76ers gave up 5 offensive rebounds on the same play. Like, they just did not have the effort from start to finish. Simple as that. Matter of fact, it was getting a little chippy. And later in the game, the referee stopped calling fouls. I mean, the Sixers had 26 personal fouls in this game, 10 more than the Nuggets did. And later in the game, they probably could have got called for 10 more than they did. Valanciunas is bleeding from the chest. He's getting ripped apart like a freaking cat scratching by Watford and who else? Bona, Barlow. They're just ripping at Valanciunas. And Valanciunas is a guy that I would not want to mess with in real life. You look at him, first off, he looks like Jason Kelsey kind of, but he's buff, man. And this is a guy who's 33, was a first-round pick back in 2011, and is still chugging along, man. A guy that was going to play overseas this year, and the Nuggets said, no, stay here. He's been a great addition. And again, I just look at all these guys that the Nuggets have. Great pickups by their front office. You think about the Tim Hardaway Jr.'s, guy shooting over 40%. They pick up an undrafted Spencer Jones. They pick up Tyus Jones, who played some minutes in this game. Bruce Brown is like a Swiss Army knife. He's a jack of all trades. And then they didn't even have to play Jalen Pickett, who had a career high against the Sixers back in January. And they didn't have to play Julian Strawther. Peyton Watson was out. So the Nuggets just had their way all night. And that's pretty much what happened. Christian Brown had 22. And it just was never close. It felt like the entire game, honestly, the Sixers were trying to keep it at 30 in terms of the lead. That's what it felt like. The Sixers were trying their hardest to keep it as a 30-point game because they were about to go down by 60. I thought at halftime they were going to go down by 60. It was 72-40. I'm like, uh-oh, here we go. And then the Sixers actually won the third quarter. So maybe the only good thing of tonight was the Sixers won the third quarter. Maybe that was it. Other than that, the lineups, the defensive thing that happens every game, and just the non-effort from start to finish. It reminded me a lot of that Denver game last year. I think they lost by like 41 that game, or 48 maybe. I forget, but it was really bad. It was the game where Nick Nurse went into the locker room after and was yelling at the players and could physically be heard by the reporters. And then they actually went on like a 5-game win streak after that. But Nurse was sleeping on the bench tonight. I mean, it's hard for me to analyze these games. The fact that I'm up here at 1 a.m. doing it is absolutely psycho. And I don't have much else to say on this game other than it was just another slaughtering by an opposing team. And at this point, we just got to hope and pray the Stars come back and can play. That's the only hope at this point. When you're shooting 22% from 3 in a game, I could make all these jokes and I could say, yeah, the Sixers could have used Jared McCain tonight. Of course they could. They could have used Isaiah Joe and Julian Champagnie. They could have used literally anybody on the free agent market that would probably have shot the ball better than the Sixers tonight. But they had no creativity, no offensive system, and they were not designed to win this game. And like I said, the highlights of the night were Drummond and Joel Embiid giving us some comedy. Other than that, you burn the tape on this one, never think about it again, and you come back on Thursday. Can the Sixers beat the Sacramento Kings? Can they beat the Utah Jazz? We'll see. That's all I got in this one, man. Really, nothing else in this game. Frustrating to watch, and I do kind of feel bad for the guys out on the floor at this point. Did they give more effort the last couple games? Yeah, but they should not be expected to even compete with the level of talent right now, and it's just an abomination. I know Nick Nurse is going to come out tonight and be like, yeah, this was a scheduled loss. How can anybody care? How? With that being said, man, we still got hundreds of people in here, which is insane. But thank you all for being a part of this Game Day Live community. We do it every game, pregame, live game, postgame. Once again, this is the postgame show presented by Prize Picks. We'll be back on Thursday night for another late one as the Sixers try to get a win against the Sacramento Kings. Will anybody be back? Who knows? We'll get more updates. We'll see what happens. But stay tapped in. Follow us on all platforms and tap in everywhere, man. It's really all I got, man. Sixers get blown out by the Denver Nuggets, 124-96. They're now 37-32 on the campaign, 17-16 on the road. Shout out to the mods, the members, the great community, Busy, Cool J, Dom, Beer Battered, Scum, Dave, everybody tapped in tonight, man. You guys were amazing. Hope you have a great rest of your night, and catch y'all on the next one. Stay safe out there, and happy St. Paddy's Day. It ends in a beatdown. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace, man.